Tell them niggas style my own way, I'm good. Tell them I don't need no award, I'm hood. I don't wanna fuck, tell the bitch, let's do it. Rolls Royce and Builder, she thought they were canes. Jump in the Bentley, I jump off a plane. Swerving the fan, I'm still ducking the cam. I'm the shit fuck a pamper, they bring up my name. Not wearing white, everything rose gold. Got another nigga hoe tryna take my soul. Put it in the paddock and it came two-tone. Cartier bracelets with Jacob and Cole. Sit up and coat, hoping this plane giant keep a nigga hard cold. Fuck nigga want you to say you want smoke. Fuck on these hoes and stay fresh like the Pope. Shoot the Glock like I'm Ja. Global don't need no Wi-Fi. She know I ain't doing shit for 100,000. Fuck em, go tell them I'm hot. I'm waiting to blow, I'm popping. $1 million, I'm turning it down. 100 million, I'm chasing it down. Controlling my business inside of my home. Rich nigga, Billy sitting dead cause I'm about to drive around. Case in the feds and I'm waiting for his car. Celine color red looking like 7 pounds. Jimmy Choo green and my AP is matching my shorts. Got them both in the color of brown. Hold up, none of the whole thing rose gold. Sitting I think while I'm watching the time. Mega not locally, hoe I ain't regular. Fuck 'em, it don't make a difference because they ain't scared of us. Every contestant I buried them. Relapping whenever they say they ahead of us. Grind all day, I don't do no clubbing. Pushing who button, they'll turn off. Ay. Remember I said only you can trust. Cut those slimes just like my cousin. Tell them niggas style my own way, I'm good. Tell them I don't need no award, I'm hood. I don't wanna fuck, tell the bitch, let's do it. Rolls Royce and Builder, she thought they were canes. Jump in the Bentley, I jump off a plane. Swerving the fan, I'm still ducking the cam. I'm the shit fuck a pamper, they bring up my name. Not wearing white, everything rose gold. Got another nigga hoe tryna take my soul. Put it in the paddock and it came two-tone. Cartier bracelets with Jacob and Cole. Sit up and coat, hoping this plane giant keep a nigga hard cold. Fuck nigga want you to say you want smoke. Fuck on these hoes and stay fresh like the Pope. Gangsta, Brazil.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit sports community and around the world. College basketball is back.
So back.
So back. And this is where we do our best work.
It is.
So shout out the gang the morning after. Thanks everyone for showing up a little bit earlier. We got our marathon episode today. Couldn't be more amped about it. Josh.
Yep.
The morning after. It's a morning show that makes yesterday's bad beats and bad beps are a little bit lighter because you're on a night of sleep. And a morning to talk about it. Gonna address the first comment I see. Penn State, what the fuck? Rode with my mans on the show and we got cooked. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me. Shout out. That's on me. 4th and goal. We're pulling guards and throwing into triple coverage. So shout out the Penn State Nittany Lions. Shout out. But that's not where I want to start. I want to start with actually Nate subbing up saying TMA equals back. What equals hard?
Let's go.
That's how we get one the hard way. That's how we get one the hard way. Yeah, I mean, what a weekend of sports. We're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk about college football. There is a full slate of college basketball that we're going to talk about. But before it starts, Josh, there's a couple early games I wanted to get out of the way.
Absolutely.
I really want to take the Salukis plus 3.5.
That's my favorite bet on the board today.
What the fuck?
That's my favorite bet on the board.
Why is that your favorite bet on the board?
Love the Salukis.
And I want to take St. Louis ML. Okay. That's how I want to start my day.
Little slew action.
That's how I want to start my day. The Salukis. And what is St. Louis's mascot? I know it's like a hippo, but not a hippo.
I don't know.
It's something weird.
It's a weird name.
St. Louis.
Oh, my God. No.
Billikens, yep.
Oh, Billikens. I thought he said Pelicans.
Oscar the Grouch, thankful for you guys as well. But yeah, those are the two plays that I want to start the day with. So you know what I'm going to do, chat? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to tweet them out, and then we're going to get the show going. How does that sound? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It's called a heat check.
Dude, SIU money line, right?
No.
Bro.
Plus 3.5.
Bro.
It was 2.5 last night, so it's moving, brother. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure that matters.
That's definitely matters.
I'm sure there's so much.
I'm on the same bet. So what are you bitching about?
I'm sure this is
that I'm taking the points.
Because they're going to win. And you get plus 140.
And that could full fade as the first two college basketball bets of the year. But they're locked, they're tweeted, they're locked, and they're tweeted.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move. Josh, should we start in the NFL? And should we talk about some games that happened this weekend in that league known as the National Football League?
We shall.
Let's do it. We'll start on Thursday night where the Jets are all... No, I'm just kidding. We already talked about that. We already talked about it.
We're good on that.
We already talked about it. Hold on, everybody. Just relax 1 second. Oh, my God. I might be able to sit.
That thing is high.
I might be able to sit at the
You
stick.
definitely can. And Post is gone.
Dude, Post has never come back.
It looks like you're standing.
God, dude, yeah. We're back.
You're only like 3 inches shorter.
No, this is nice. This is nice. I don't know why I'm so tired this Monday for some reason. All right, Josh, let's start with the game that made no sense to me. Shout out the New Orleans Saints. Should we talk about Michael Thomas losing his top and whether or not he was right?
I mean, that was crazy that he did that.
I mean, I get it, though.
But why? Why about Derek Carr? What has he ever done to Michael Thomas?
Because he's just junk.
Michael Thomas was like the worst player in the
Tillman's
NFL
cake,
for the
Tillman's
last 4 years of his career. He couldn't get on the field, and he's the one talking shit, dude.
Can we talk about the fact that, and I really hope he's okay, I haven't looked, but can we talk about the fact that if you have Red Zone on a Sunday and Chris Olave is playing, they will cut to him getting murdered.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Like, I have never seen Chris Olave just take a hit. It seems like every time Chris Olave gets hit, it's by a Mack truck.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
But then you start looking at the throws and you go, oh,
Yeah.
Derek, what was your plan there? What was your plan there, Derek?
I mean, dude, he acts like he's like trying to get him killed. Like, he's not trying to do that. Just people make bad decisions.
Also, those two guys just sandwiching Olave just felt a little unnecessary.
Yeah, he got murdered, dude. That was
Just
bad.
a little unnecessary.
He's fine though, right?
I don't know.
I think
dude.
he's
He
okay.
looked bad.
I think he's okay though.
The throws are bad, though. Dude, I saw some throws that Bryce Young was making, and it's just come to my attention that he's not the problem, man. The fact that one throw, I think it was to Leggett, and it ended in a pick when it was literally possibly one of the best throws of year out of any quarterback, over the shoulder, right in the breadbasket, and the corner just takes it out of his arms.
That was crazy, yeah.
The fact that he gets an interception stat for that when he literally did everything you could possibly ask a quarterback to do in that moment, I just don't believe it's his fault. It's going to be very hard for someone to convince me that once this Bryce Young experiment is over in Carolina that this has been his fault. Because I don't believe it.
I mean, yeah, he has nobody around him. Like, literally nobody around him. So, like, I don't think he's been good necessarily, obviously. Like, he's been bad for, like, what he was projected, but you can't really blame him. It's not all on him. I would say it's, like, 25% on him.
Can't blame him. You literally can't blame him.
You can't. There's another quarterback we'll talk about later that you can't blame.
I have a... No.
Yes.
Okay. I have...
If you watch games.
No. Okay.
Yes.
I have a... We're going to fix a couple teams at the end of this segment when we talk through all the games. Saints are number one. I know how to fix them. I wrote it down last night. I took some time. I know how to fix the Saints. So Saints fans, if you're in here and listening, be excited because I know how to fix you guys. Commanders-Giants was a weird game. Didn't really watch much of it. Didn't really care for it. Daniel Jones is still fucking ass cheeks. And, I don't know, Jaden Daniels is goated. That's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Bills-Dolphins. It just seems like the worse weapons Josh Allen has, the better he plays.
Yeah, Keon Coleman also screwed him on that pick.
Yeah, that was tough.
Bad.
That was tough.
He should still be at 1 this year. That was bad. But
it just seems like, Amari Cooper's
they're-
out, and you might as well just bet Josh Allen to win the MVP.
yeah.
For no reason.
He's the favorite to win now. He's like plus 350.
Dude, I saw a stat. You might have to check me on this. Khalil Shakir has caught 94% of his targets.
That doesn't surprise me.
Is that not insane, though?
I mean, he runs like all those like little short routes over the middle. That's probably.
and
see.
deep balls.
Let's see.
Yeah, it was good to see Bryce getting mad at the head coach on the sideline.
Wait, is that right now? This might not be right. There's no way he's only had 28 targets this year, has he?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, 90.
Dude, because they spread the ball and run it so much now.
Yeah, 27 of 29.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
Jaden
27
Daniels.
of 28, sorry.
Jaden Daniels is beyond him. I agree, chat. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's so
I mean,
good.
I've never, to be doing the shit he's doing as a rookie with a roster that he has is unbelievable. Also, who the fuck is this McLaughlin fucking, you check the goddamn score app, and this goddamn third-string running back has 60 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on over there, dude? I don't even know if
dude.
Eckler's still on the
know.
goddamn
No, he played
roster.
pretty good, too.
'cause
He
this
played
kid
pretty good, too.
Fucking McLaughlin is busting.
Yeah.
What's
dude,
his name?
I don't even know what
It's MC something.
McNichols.
McNichols, dude. Fucking McNichols State is over there busting every time I open the score app.
Dude, what Quinn's done with that team in such a short amount of time is incredible. Also, that defense. Like, that defense, you can tell they're, like, finally, like, starting to figure it out a little bit. Like, in that new system, Louisville and Jeremy Chin are massive additions to that defense.
Yeah,
they're fucking good. Dude.
Huge, dude.
They are good.
Huge. Patriots, Titans, if you watch that, call the number. Chargers, Browns. Josh, I'm going to say something that I feel like I said in the beginning of the year, and a lot of people got mad at me for saying it, and I think as it ages, it's getting better and better. I think the Chargers are contenders this year, dude.
Ooh, I don't know about this year.
I think the Chargers are contenders this year. They just seem like Harbaugh came to the NFL and was like, you know what? Let's just play hard-nosed, smash-mouth football in a league that doesn't really embrace hard-mouth, smash-nosed, boring football. Yeah. And by the way, we still have Justin Herbert. So when we want to let it go, we can let it go.
Yeah. They did play Jameis Winston, so let's not forget that. That did happen.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston looked phenomenal last week, so that defense just, either way, however you want to look at it,
their
holding
defense
the
is
Browns
good.
to 10 points with Nick Chubb is still phenomenal.
I think you give this team 1 or 2 more years when they get some offensive weapons. They need some receivers, I think, but then they will be scary. Scary.
I don't have any soccer prospects. I just looked at the games. No shot.
No.
Sorry. We will later in the year, though. I like Herbert, but this year, the only reason I say that is because that defense is just finally playing like the way they should when you look at that team on paper. And the way they play offense is they mitigate mistakes by just playing smash-mouth ball.
Yeah, but that doesn't really work in the playoffs. It's the thing. Like, they'll make the playoffs this year. I just don't think they're going to, do anything.
I think once you make the playoffs, you're contending because anything can happen in this league in the playoffs.
I mean, I guess if you're considering it that contending, then they're going to make the playoffs.
We're already at the point of the week where
yeah, no, we already know.
Chiefs are going to do it again.
Yeah, but dude, I feel like if the Chargers can go get a true number 1 receiver with Ladd and Quentin behind them, they will be good.
I saw a video on TikTok this weekend. Almost brought a tear to my eye about Ladd McConkey. Just a great guy. He surprised some young Georgia fan that loved him. The kid's 6 years old, where he's got big glasses, and he just loves Ladd McConkey. And he got a McConkey jersey and was crying at Christmas. And then Ladd went visited him, and the kid just lost it and was like, "Can I have a hug?" And Ladd was like, "Get over here." It's sick video. Big Ladd McConkey guy now. Big Ladd McConkey guy.
He's good.
He's goated.
He's good.
No, he's goated. Speaking of good, Josh, Atlanta Falcons are good. Dak Prescott's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Dak Prescott, you are the biggest fucking fraud I've ever seen with my own eyes. Josh, to sit on the sidelines on a team where, by the way, 50% of why they suck is you, because you have the most important job.
And
you are the captain of the team. You got paid an obscene amount of money for how not good you are at the sport of football. Mm-hmm. To sit on the sideline and say, we fucking suck as the quarterback, as the face of the franchise, as the guy they just paid, what a fucking loser you are.
Yeah.
What a fucking loser you are.
I mean,
what a loser you are.
Did we not know that Dak was a
loser?
But
what a loser you are.
We knew that. We knew that.
But no, we didn't know that because everything you see from the media is Dak's a great guy, great teammate, great captain. He takes all the responsibility. And then they're getting shit on by the Falcons. He's on the sidelines going, well, we fucking suck. All right, Dak.
All right, Dak.
You just got paid, brother.
Yeah, I know. He's
what the hell is wrong with you?
He had 133 yards.
He's not wrong, though.
I guess he was
hurt,
right?
You don't say that.
He got
you
hurt,
never
right?
say that.
He did get hurt.
I don't give a fuck what he is. He could be, I almost said something horrible. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You don't say that if you're Dak Prescott
with
this Cowboys team.
I agree.
You don't say it.
Cooper Rush came in and didn't look much worse, to be honest.
Let me tell you something. We don't care. We don't care. Yeah, the Cowboys are never going to win something when you pay guys like Dak Prescott, who's a piece of shit. That pissed me off, dude.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it doesn't even matter if he's a piece of shit. He's just bad at football, too.
Yeah, literally.
He's not good at football. Speaking of not good at football.
Speaking of not good at football. Raiders-Bengals, how about it? Dude, here's my thing about the Bengals. You might as well bet them against bad teams and then fade the fuck out of them with good teams because they're going to beat the shit out of every bad team just because Joe Burrow is that much better than a lot of defenses that are bad. But the minute they play good teams, they're going to get their wieners punched off, surgically removed from their bodies because that defense still sucks.
24 points. Minshew had... They had, they literally had 200 yards passing. And 50 yards rushing, pretty much. And they gave up
insane.
24 points.
Good question from the Bookit account. Does Micah still play football?
I don't know. Does he?
I don't remember the last time I saw Micah's name in anything.
I don't know.
Other than a depth chart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're letting up 24 to the Raiders. Still embarrassing.
So bad.
Bad. No, that's bad.
Still bad.
That's bad.
Also, the Raiders just fired their offensive coordinator and quarterback coach and offensive line coach.
Because those are the problems. I mean, everything's a problem.
Dude, that's
You might as well just take
dude,
the...
So their OC was the Bears OC from last year.
Yeah.
And
Good. He was good at his job.
their quarterbacks coach is that dude that I know from Vegas.
That thought Rattler was the
And he's
truth and then got pooped
No,
on?
well, he wanted Penix he wanted Penix, but either way. But he got canned.
Ouch.
Yeah. Honestly, though, maybe
Greener pastures ahead.
What's up? No,
Greener
honestly,
pastures
like getting canned in the NFL has to be like it's like the best job to get fired at.
Yeah,
You just get all your money and you just chill.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I mean, honestly, like
Literally.
But Luke Getsy's gotten fired twice, and before Matt Eberflus got fired, he's gotten fired twice.
Good.
The fact that they take an offensive coordinator and bring him in, and a quarterbacks coach and an offensive line coach, and bring him in and give them Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, and Desmond Ridder, and they get fired for that halfway through the year, that's insane.
Dude,
like, what did you expect
the Raiders
to
just
happen?
got nothing going on. The Raiders literally got nothing going on.
But what do you expect to happen?
I don't know, dude. Nothing good.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing
it's like
good.
Like, you're literally just hiring these guys to fire them because you
Nothing
know
good.
nothing good's gonna happen.
Nothing good.
So bad.
Someone said, do the Saints have a chance to win games now that Dennis Allen's gone? We're going to fix the Saints at the end of this segment, I promise. I got some good plans for the Saints. We move and groove. Broncos, Ravens. Holy balls. I think every single person I texted, every single feed I checked, for some reason tried to get sharp and cute with the Broncos, and Lamar just came out and fucking pistol whipped them.
Yeah.
That was tough.
He played out of his mind.
I mean, they played out of their mind, dude.
He had a perfect QBR, I think. I think he has the
played
most games of
out
all time.
of their mind.
Yeah.
They played out of their mind, dude.
Yeah.
41-10 to that defense is insane. Insane.
I mean, Derrick Henry's
You
top
know-
5
you know
all
what we're
time,
doing,
top 3
Josh.
all time.
You know what we're doing, Josh.
I mean, yeah, we're going to go
Regular
back to
season
it.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Here come the regular season Ravens. Oh, you want a home game, but guess what? Pat Mahomes is coming to your crib and you're dead. So we're having fun. If we're Ravens fans, we're having fun right now.
For
Dude.
right now,
Lamar's
yeah.
the best quarterback. He might go back-to-back MVPs. We're going to have a fucking home game in the playoffs. Mikey Over's going to put a rack on them to win the Super Bowl, and then Pat Mahomes is going to come in town and punch you in the teeth.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Regular
100%
season
right.
Ravens.
100% right.
Who can you most relate the regular season Ravens to?
Like
Maybe
a
the
different
regular
team?
season Yankees? No.
Yeah.
Nah. Like, not
The Yankees are the
before
Cowboys.
this year. Yeah, the Yankees are the
Yankees
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Who's the regular season Ravens? Like, who's just fucking goated in the regular season and just always
The
shits the bed?
Brewers. The Brewers.
Yeah, Brewers. Yeah.
Milwaukee Brewers.
Brewers.
They
Brewers
always win the-
or,
they
hear
win-
me out, Bruins. Remember when they,
Yeah.
like, set the record for the most wins, bounced in the
But
first
they
round
won.
of the playoffs?
I think they won, didn't they? They've won one.
Yeah, remember they got bounced
Yeah,
in
they
the first
did.
round of the
Yeah, that
playoffs,
was
though?
hilarious.
Well, the Ravens won one, too.
Yeah, but a long time ago. I think the Bruins have won one more recently.
Here comes Lauren. Ravens winning all this year.
The Brewers. It's the Brewers, 100%.
I just want Lauren to admit that Quinn Ewers is not going to get drafted this year.
He's gonna get drafted.
No, dude, not in the first round.
Not in the first round. No, not even. No,
Maybe
no
not in the third
chance
round.
In the first round.
Maybe not even the fifth round.
He'll probably be.
He
one
might
of
have that
those-
little UDFA next to him.
He'll be like the Spencer Rattler of last draft. Like he'll like sneak up a little bit, where like it would be like in the third round.
Quinn is one of those quarterbacks right now that's playing himself into lower rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, into higher rounds.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
playing
Worst
himself
rounds, yeah.
into higher rounds.
Worst rounds. Yeah.
Sorry, Lauren, you didn't deserve that this early. That's my bad. That's my bad. It's too early for this shit. I know. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, her team's the only one that's good in this house. So
I'm sorry, Lauren. You didn't deserve
Yeah.
all that, dude. You didn't deserve all that. All right, Josh. I'll hit the floor.
I mean, dude, it doesn't matter.
Well, let me just hold on. I woke up and literally only placed one straight bet. Everything else was parlays.
I saw.
Got a text this morning and said, "Hey, man, gonna need that immediately." So that's how bad down I am. Down bad I am right now.
Yeah.
I thought after a full week of Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
after double XP weekend, 24/7 Nuketown,
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray would be the most unlocked quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Caleb Williams, after a disappointing performance in the first half of the Washington game. I know second half goated
And third quarter.
in your head.
Fourth quarter, he was goated.
I was like, this is a perfect bounce back spot going into Arizona. And I also said this in the beginning of the year. I think the Cardinals are for real. I think Kyler Murray is like a really, really, really good quarterback. And I think we forgot because of how injured he is and how shitty his team was. But you scored 9 points and Kyler Murray almost dropped 30 on the defense. I don't know how this game got
saying
away.
Kyler Murray almost dropped 30 is a crazy statement.
Well, they had 29.
Because he didn't do anything. He literally did nothing that entire game. James Conner murdered us. Literally murdered us. But Matt Eberflus has to go. That dude,
you're already out on the head
he's
coach
lost
now.
the locker room. Like, you can tell he's lost the locker
How
room.
can you tell he's lost
they're
the
not
locker room?
playing. Like, this game, I've never seen the Bears defense in the last 3 years play like that. They were not tackling and literally were not trying. We're not trying at all. Matt Eberflus, did you see what he fucking said coming out of halftime? Coming out of halftime, they asked him, what'd you say to the guys in the locker room? He said, well, I said, this is the score, and we need to go out and execute. Like, what? You said this is... I think they know what the fucking score is. You suck at situational defensive fucking play calling. They scored a 65-yard touchdown rush at the end of the half with no time left. A run. 65-yard run.
I'm letting you go, dude.
I'm so out on him. I'm so fucking out on him. I am so out on him.
I just want you to know I'm in your
And
corner.
he takes no accountability. He'll never say anything's his fault. It's always, we just need to be better. Like, the play call was thrown in there. Like, we just need to be better at executing. Like, dude, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. The fucking Bears do this shit every fucking time, dude. It's every 2 years. It's 2 years, oh, it's the coach's fault. 2 years, oh, it's the quarterback's fault. 2 years, oh, it's the coach's fault. 2 years, oh, it's the quarterback's fault. We just keep the fucking cycle going. We can't just start fresh. Like, we need to fire our fucking coach, but now we can't do that. Now we can't fucking start with a new quarterback and a new coach.
Dude, you could go get...
It's impossible.
You could go get Mr. We're going to figure it out.
No, I'm so good.
You don't want Rob?
I mean, I'll take him as a DC if we fucking get Ben Johnson as a head coach. But, dude, I'm so out on Matt Eberflus. He's 0-18 on the road on Sundays. 0-8. He's 3-18 on the road in general. It's fucking awful either way. 3-18 on the road. 3-18.
I just want you to know I'm in your corner.
I mean, thanks, dude.
Fire Matt Eberflus.
The crazy thing is
no,
that-
I think we should fire Matt Eberflus. I agree.
100%.
I think we should fire him.
Dude.
I think we get it. Get him. Get Matt the fuck out of there.
Do you know what's actually crazy? That was the Bears have never fired a coach midseason. So, like, it's impossible. They've never fired a head coach. But I did see that they're potentially...
What if they went and got Luke Getzey?
Luke Getzey.
He's on the
bring
market.
him back in.
Yeah, he's on the
bring
market.
him back in.
He's
Dude,
on the market.
I saw...
I'm sorry.
I said no, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
I saw something that they might potentially... That Matt Eberflus might potentially fire Waldron to try to save his job. Might get rid of him, try to save job.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you think maybe you drafted the wrong guy?
No.
Okay.
I'm not even joking,
I
dude.
just wanted to ask.
I'm not even joking.
That wasn't even my question.
He didn't play good, but I'm not even joking. If Patrick Mahomes is on the fucking Bears, he would suck. I promise you.
Okay.
I'm not even joking. I'm convinced, like, that year, I'm not saying, like, right now if he came to the Bears. Obviously, he'd still be good. But if the Chicago Bears develop Patrick Mahomes, he would fucking suck. I guarantee it. Literally guarantee it. That's just how we fucking are.
Thorns and roses, though. Little Rose, Remo Dunte with 100 yards.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Thorn, you let DeMarcado have 80 yards, and that kid ran at TCU.
Yeah.
That hurts. Two ways.
They're saying that this isn't true. Like, I promise you, it is true. The Bears would have ruined whoever they took in that fucking draft. That's all they do. That's all they do.
But you give them those wide receivers, though. Pat Mahomes might go crazy.
I'm saying right now, yeah, if you took Pat Mahomes right now. I'm saying if you took Patrick Mahomes as a rookie and gave him fucking
chills.
Matt Nagy instead of Andy Reid, come on. He'd be terrible, I promise. He wouldn't be terrible, but he'd be Mitch Trubisky.
Fire Matt Eberflus. I'm in. No, I'm on. Listen, dude, I'm in your corner. I'm on your shield. Fire Matt Eberflus. I agree. He's wasting this team in this roster. Wasting it. Killing Caleb's confidence. It's over.
These people are saying,
Fire him.
shut the fuck up and acknowledge that how shit he is. He's been bad. When have I not said he's been bad? He's been bad the last 2 games. But Every quarterback's been fucking bad. It doesn't matter who it is because our coaches always fucking suck.
Dude, it's not even his
They
fault.
always suck. And he's a rookie.
It's not even his fault. Fire the coach. I'm in. Fire the coach. No one else.
Also, Keenan Allen
should be at fault.
Keenan Allen,
Fire the
I don't know
coach.
what the fuck happened to him. I literally have no. Did you see that 3rd and 6? We were driving in the other half. Literally, like the easiest. He just ran like a stop. Caleb put it right on his face mask. He dropped the ball, and then they ran and scored a touchdown before half.
I'm in your corner,
Shout out.
Josh.
Shout out.
I want you to know I'm on your team, man. Like, I'm with you here.
Shout out.
I'm with you here on this one. Maybe not the Pat Mahomes bit, but I'm with you
No,
everywhere
dude, like,
else.
I'm not even joking.
But I'm with you.
Yeah, yay, lads. Bears are just a bad org. That's the point. So if they could literally have fucking Joe Montana in his prime, and he would suck.
LMNG just said he would spin Matt Eberflus's block if he could.
I would too.
Dude,
I fucking would too.
Whoa. Whoa.
Fucking
Whoa.
$7 million house on a lake, and he's fucking the worst coach of all time.
Pega, we're going to get there. Don't worry. Just stay strapped in. We're almost at the Bears. Fire Matt Eberflus.
Fire Matt Eberflus.
Fire Matt Eberflus.
Literally,
in GTA, though. In GTA.
Literally get rid
Fire Matt Eberflus.
of everybody.
Fire Matt Eberflus. Fire Matt Eberflus. I think what you do, Josh, fire Matt Eberflus, fire the OC, fire the DC, move the team from Chicago
To Arlington Heights.
to Arlington Heights.
Dude,
Full restart.
That
Let's
is
get a full restart.
Dude, I'm so done.
Get a full restart.
If Ryan Poles doesn't go spend $40 million in the offensive line next year, I'm going to fucking lose my
And
mind.
LMNG is requesting that the O block finds better.
Also,
in GTA.
yeah, for real. Also,
Alex F80 with the tier 1 sub, still better than the Jets. What the fuck?
I mean, that is also.
Why did we just get that one?
Yeah.
Alex, was that necessary? You felt that strong you had to sub and shit on the Jets?
I mean,
what the fuck?
but.
Why am I catching straight? We won on Thursday, you fuckers.
Yeah,
I had a great Sunday. You want to know why? I didn't give a fuck what happened everywhere else around the league. You want to know why? Because I already had a win. Yeah. Sat on my couch, run some red zone. Didn't give a rat's who scored, what happened. My parlay lost by one leg again. My parlay lost by one leg, dude.
That's insane.
Again.
That's insane.
That's 4 weekends in a row the parlay loses by one leg.
Yeah.
The fix is, I can't believe the Jets just got fucking ripped like that. Fire Matt Eberflus. I agree.
That's all I need.
Fire Matt
but they'll
Eberflus.
never do it. That's the thing that sucks. It's like they won't do it. So
Fire Matt Eberflus.
I'm going to be sitting here for fucking 10 weeks saying fire Matt Eberflus.
Fire Matt Eberflus. Fire Matt Eberflus. Moving to the game that really sucked my soul out. Rams Seahawks. Josh, I had Seahawks money line in my lay. Everything else was perfect. I had the Jaguars plus 9.5 alternate. They covered the normal spread. Didn't even need the points that I added, but I added them. I also had the Chargers money line. Sharp cheddar Mikey. How do you like that?
That was easy.
I took the Vikings on Sunday night because I thought this is fucking free cheddar. And then I went, you know what? Let me just hop in my bag really, really quick. You know who else isn't losing? The Falcons are beating the rat shit Cowboys. That's what's happening over there. I got news for you. That's what's happening over there, Josh. That's what's happening over there, Josh.
And then the Seahawks.
And then I took the Seahawks at plus chicken to beat the Rams. And Josh, I got news for you. They forced overtime.
Oh, I saw it. I was watching the game.
We got to overtime, Josh. 4th and 1. Let's go for it on 4th and 1, shall we? Run play to the left side. Stopped. Stopped.
Yep.
Stopped. Are you fucking kidding me?
Crazy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
All that just for Matt Stafford to then literally run 5 plays and already be in the goddamn red zone. And who does it again? It's every time I bet against this fucking Rams team, Demarcus Robinson becomes prime Tyreek fucking Hill. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Every time I fade the Rams, Demarcus Robinson out of nowhere catches a 30-yard bomb for a touchdown. Kid literally turns into prime Tyreek Hill. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. Nothing like it have
That
I
is
ever seen
devastating.
Demarcus Robinson do the things he's done to my body when I bet against him.
Yeah, that is devastating. That was I don't even want to say it. That was a fun game.
Yeah, fun game. It was fun. I was like, oh my God, we're out. And then Geno legacy drive touchdown. Oh my God, we're going to overtime. And then just If that game didn't go to overtime and I didn't have a Seahawks money line ticket, in my parlay, I guarantee you, Demarcus Robinson has 0 catches for 0 yards.
100%.
The minute I place that ticket, he's got 2 tuds, 50 yards, 2 catches. It's every
He just
fucking
spawns
time.
in with them. He just spawns in with those stats.
It's every time.
That's hilarious.
It's every time. It's every time. That game sucked my
He's
soul.
the type of guy that'll ruin
live.
your day too because he sucks.
Dude, that game.
Like he's just not good. Too.
That game sucked my soul live.
Yeah.
Live, my soul got sucked on my couch. I was like, this is fucking horrible, dude. You know how bad that game sucked my soul? I threw on Nacho Libre and watched Nacho Libre to giggle because I wanted to know how to feel happy again.
That's good.
That's also, like, dude, what an all-time movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Of course.
You want to taste the glory? See what it tastes like.
Dude, that movie's old. I haven't watched it in fucking.
Don't you understand
years?
I've had diarrhea since Easter's? Just makes gross stew every day. I didn't get to wear the costume because I didn't try it on, and then I tried it all on, and it didn't even look like it, so I was a nerd. So I posted that photo in the Harvard shirt
Yeah,
with the button
I saw
down,
that.
dude. I had to abandon the nacho. But we were still quoting it all night. All
You're
my
still
buddies,
doing it?
because we knew, because we watched the movie after a night out together. And then, like, because we thought I was wearing the costume. So then we had all the lines in our head. So it was just, like, tough, but it was great. It was great. It was a great time.
Was that the shirt you were gonna wear? It's the same color.
No, this was not the shirt. I had, like, a polo and then a white shirt under it, and it just blew it. Blew it. It was actually comical. I came out and I was like, huh? And everyone just was like, dude, no. That looks nothing. You just look like a douche in a polo. I was like, all right, word.
Yeah, cool.
Sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, Rito saw me on Chelly Snap. Should probably address that one. So we had a party bus on Saturday for my one buddy's girlfriend's birthday. And there was a Jell-O shot debacle where me and my one buddy played this fun game where we tried to finish every Jell-O shot, but without the person that made them knowing. Because they were like, they just brought a slew of them. They put them on the kitchen counter, and we were just like, yeah, we're going to try to finish all those. And then we were like, wait, it's probably a bad idea because they're definitely filled with alcohol.
Yeah.
And then we were like, yeah, how much do you think you put in these? And we had, like, I'm not even kidding, there might have been like 20. I had 11 and he had 11. So we literally had like 22 out of like the 24 that were there. And she goes, it's about like 4 cups of vodka and the whole thing, but like if you have like 1 or 2, you'll be fine. We're like, oh yeah, 1 or 2, yeah, you're good. And we looked at each other like, dude, these are gonna set in. We're gonna be fucked. And we were already drinking like all day. Dude, we got on that bus and it was just a soup sandwich. And I was sitting there, dude, in the back of the bus. And I was like sitting there, just like the music was like bumping. Everyone's like chilling. I'm sitting next to my one buddy. He's like, we're talking about the slate or whatever, and he's holding the beer and I'm holding the drink. Our one buddy just that did the Joe shots with me just walks and just falls on us. And like
Just all smacked him at one time.
dude,
He's probably
just,
like,
no, just like literally just walked towards us and we were like, oh, what's up? And just fell on us. And my one buddy that was sitting next to me, his beer just did that, and I felt my pants getting wetter and wetter. Like from the beer.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, I can't move because he's laying on me. So I just like had to sit there. And I was like, dude, get the fuck up. I'm soaked. So if you guys saw Chelly Snap, my pants were soaked.
I saw it.
Covered in beer, dude.
Yeah, that
I was
looked like
covered.
it sucked.
I was
That's the
covered.
worst. That's actually my biggest
Yeah,
pet peeve.
and then it was dark. I'm not covered.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
LMNG, we already said we're fading Charleston and we're taking St. Louis. We're taking St. Louis and we're taking SIU plus 3.5.
The Salukis, baby.
We're taking the Salukis and we're taking St. Louis.
I have a massive bias towards
Do you
the
know what
Salukis,
happened
by
in
the
the St. Louis? Do you want to know why we're taking St. Louis? Just a quick solid job.
What?
Everyone that was on Indiana State last year went to St.
Oh,
Louis.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, I love
Kareem
that.
Abdul-Jabbar.
He's there?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So we're good. It
Also,
was all over me.
I just jerk SIU because my dad and his entire family went there, so they're all Salukis. They
And
love
you're
them.
trying to make me leave the points at the door. I just
Yeah,
want
leave
3
points at
points.
the door.
You're giving me shit.
Leave points out there.
But yeah, it was a mess, dude. We got to the party bus took us to this place in Fort Worth, and me and my buddies literally were just sitting on a bench table because I just could barely stand, and we would just kept ordering drinks, and then the drinks would get there, and the buddy I was sitting next to was the one we did the Joe shots with, and every time he would look away, I would just ice his drink, take all the ice. He was like, dude, if you put your hand in my drink one more time, I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, all right, fine, I won't do it. He got like one of those huge like. It's like you can keep the cup, one of those, but it comes in like a
big
plastic cup.
ones,
Yeah, and he like got up to go to the bathroom. I was just took all the ice.
And you like have to chug it then.
Yeah, then you have to do it because it's just going to be like lukewarm.
It'll be lukewarm, yeah.
He came back from the bathroom. It was like a fresh drink, too. Half of it was on the floor and all the ice was out. He was like, dude.
I mean, dude, that's a good way to get fucked up, though.
It was.
Little ice outs.
No, for sure. Lions. Oh, no. Jaguars, Eagles.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a little disappointing. I just want to talk about this really, really quickly. It's a little disappointing because this Jaguars team is fun and I wish they were good. But there just seems like they're going to be one of these teams that just sits in the middle. That's going to give you a good fight. But if you just kind of stick to your game plan, you're going to beat them.
Yeah, their defense is just not good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
They're
it's
just
just a
not
little
good.
disappointing because the offense has a lot of weapons that would be fun if they were a really good team. It seems like the Eagles have turned that corner, though, to become a good team. Like,
I would
the beginning
say-
of the year was a little mid, and I think they're finally starting to round that corner. However, giving up 23 to the Jaguars is not great.
Yeah. Dude, but, I mean, Saquon Barkley's...
I mean, dude.
That run was the best run I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen
the
anything like that.
backwards hurdle
Yeah.
to even attempt it, my hamstrings would both snap in unison. In unison, my hamstrings would be in my ass from the snappage.
Yeah.
The fact that he saw that guy coming and thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to backwards hurdle this man after already shaking 3 guys out of their boots.
Yeah.
And for it to work was insane.
And work, like, perfectly. Like,
Perfectly.
didn't get touched.
Dude, cleared him by
all,
like 6 inches.
Dude, I was literally saying yesterday, like, after that happened, I, like, couldn't get over that play. I'm like, dude, Saquon might be the best running back of all time just because of that one play.
Dude, I saw this tweet and it was like, I can't wait for 12-year-olds in 2036 to be on YouTube Reels and see that play and ask me about Saquon.
Literally, though. I mean, dude, that was the craziest play I've ever seen.
Do you think you could pull it up for them?
I can pull it up. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing?
No, I mean,
You under
everyone's
rock?
seen it, but we can just appreciate it when we're telling
You under rock? I got it. I've got it. Oh, fuck, the screen share is not... Dude, I mean...
Also, while he pulls it up, Providence is fucking back, fuckers. Welcome back to the show.
Here it is.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out, shall we? I mean, that is just... From start to finish, I've never seen a better play out of one man.
I mean, dude, the spin move...
Out of one man, I've never seen a better play.
I don't even understand.
Genuinely, I've never seen a better play out of one man.
I don't even understand.
Genuinely.
It makes no
Genuinely.
sense. Like, I literally don't understand.
Genuinely. Makes no sense. We're going to talk college basketball in a little bit, everybody. Don't worry. We're going to get there. We just got to get through the NFL. It's still happening. We still got to talk about it. Might have some Lions or Packers fans in here. Might have some Vikings and Colts fans in here. Just want to make sure we're addressing everybody's team.
Lions pack?
Lions. So the Lions are really like this. This is all I want to say. The Lions are really like this, dude. I mean, holy shit, man. It's like every team they play, they just dismantle them and just seem like they just...
Yeah.
It's almost like they literally pound for pound, blow for blow. They're going to beat every team, it feels like.
Yeah, and their offense hasn't had to do anything.
Nothing, dude.
Their defense and special teams are just
If I'm a Lions fan, this is, I mean, obviously the most excited you've ever been maybe in your entire life.
100%.
Dude, this is a team that could seriously do it. Like, genuinely,
100%.
this is a team that could seriously
They seem
do
like a
it.
team of destiny, too. Like, they play for each other. They're there to play for each other, which I
Yeah,
love.
that locker
They're a
room
good
is
team,
so
yeah.
together,
They're
too.
a good team.
I couldn't agree more.
Also, on the other side of the coin,
Uh-oh.
fuck the Packers.
I
The
knew
Packers are in rat. Jordan Love, did you watch him play football
I knew
yesterday?
that
Because he
guy.
fucking sucks.
I knew that was good.
Also, Packers fans in rat shit. My buddy was at the game, got arrested because he was in that much rat shit.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. Got fucking public something. Like disturbing
something or
disturbing the peace or something like that. So Packers fans in fucking quail.
Over a
Fuck 'em.
Packers-Lions game, huh?
Fuck 'em.
Sunday Night Football, pretty boring game, all in all. I was gonna, this morning, slightly walk back the Anthony Richardson thing, but I'm not. I think he's got to go. I just feel like giving up on your team in the fashion he did, and we already talked about it last week. I just don't think that's something you do in the NFL. I also don't think that's necessarily something you come back from. I think if he sits the rest of this year and is a great role model and maybe like shows that he can be that guy again, I don't know. Maybe it's an overreaction though, you know? I don't think so. But maybe the locker room doesn't care that much. It seems like the locker room cared, though, for no one to have come out and been like, I feel like, you shouldn't sit him. It didn't seem like anyone came out in the press and really was like he should play. So I don't know. It's just a very weird situation that they're in right now. They have every piece. The only thing that they don't have is a quarterback. I mean, Joe Flacco's great, but I've done the Joe Flacco experience, and his time winning a Super Bowl was when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird situation to be in.
Yeah.
Really weird situation to be in.
If Anthony Richardson played in that game, he might have died.
Might have
Because
died.
that Vikings defense,
They were dialed in.
they might have killed him.
They were dialed in.
Yeah.
They were so dialed in. But dude, again, now, if you want to talk about the other side of the ball, like, everyone wants to give up on the Sam Darnold experience. I get it. Sam Darnold isn't Pat Mahomes. He had a couple great games. He looks great. But Sam Darnold will win you these games with this offense. Like, this offense is very hard to fuck up. And again, though, it's so frustrating watching him when he doesn't get the ball out.
Yeah.
The whole world is coming at him, and he gets out of the pocket, and you're like, dude, just throw it away. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. And he eats a sack for 15 yards. It's like, that's what I hated about Sam Darnold, and the fact that they still have not figured out to just be like, yo, Sam, you can throw that away instead of getting murdered in GTA. And every time he's like, no, I'm just going to get murdered in GTA. It's very, very, very frustrating.
Yeah, dude, I kind of understand. I didn't really get the whole Matt Stafford, like wanting Matt Stafford to the
I get
Vikings, but now I get it.
I get
Because,
it,
like, I
100%.
do understand, like, he's going to win these games in the regular season, but, like, in the postseason,
Yeah, you can't trust
he's
him in
not
the
going to win you
playoffs.
games, and
No.
they are in win now mode. Their defense is like that, and they have Justin Jefferson in his prime, and Aaron Jones is killing
And
it.
Jordan
Like,
Addison looked good, too,
if they
yesterday.
had Matt Stafford,
Might be a bowl.
that might
Might be a bowl.
be an auto bowl.
Might be a bowl in Minnesota.
They would be Lions-esque.
But the Rams keep winning, so why would he leave?
No, yeah, I know. I'm not saying he should leave, but I'm just saying, like, if they actually made
It's just
that
a
happen.
tough spot to be in
Tough
if you're the
spot.
Vikings, because you're going to have fun the
Because
regular
you're like
season.
good, yeah, exactly. Because like you're
100%.
good, but then you know you're gonna get to the playoffs, and it just
Tough.
yeah,
Tough.
they're gonna make the playoffs. So
Tough.
they're a good regular season.
No,
team.
they're definitely making the playoffs. And you know what? Sam Darnold will make sure you're in the playoffs, and that first playoff game might be rude awakenings
You could be.
for the Vikings, because he might get poopied on.
Could be.
Poopy. All right, should we do college football really quick? Then we'll
Yeah,
go
just-
college basketball, college football, Monday Night Football.
We should probably just run through college football real quick.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll do it really, really quick. We'll do 5 points, 5 key points. SMU is like that.
Okay.
They should 100% be in the college football playoff. I don't know how they're still only 13. That team should be in the top 10. They have yet to have a bad game, and they're beating the shit out of teams. I do not understand how they're not getting their respect yet, and it's a little frustrating at this point now, just being totally honest.
They're good.
Indiana's fucking disgusting with Rourke.
Take them to cover.
I don't know
everyone.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm taking this rat shit Michigan State team every single week. Well, I know why, but I don't know why. South Carolina, what a game. Did you see in the locker room, the coach, it was his wife's birthday, and they, like, serenaded her? So sick. That was one of the best college football moments possibly of all time.
Jackson Dart had his Johnny Manziel moment, going out on Halloween, putting up 63.
It was always.
It was always.
It was always. And you know what they're going to do this weekend? Leave the points at the door. They're beating Georgia at home.
Wow.
Again, Michigan is going to lose to every top Big Ten team this year. So Oregon came into town, beat their fucking face off. Felt good to watch, not going to lie. Can we unrank Iowa State now? Finally? Can we do that?
Yeah, probably.
Can we do that? Is that allowed, Josh?
Oh, no, they're
Would you mind if
17.
I did that?
They're 17, dude.
But would you mind if they were unranked?
No, I
Because
would-
they shouldn't be ranked anymore.
I personally would not mind.
This Big 12 is so fucking fraudulent.
Yeah.
Might have to give up on Nebraska.
Yeah, that was a bad.
I might have to come
that
to
was
the conclusion.
bad. Well,
I might have to come to the conclusion that we're giving up on Nebraska.
I think Dylan got hurt, right?
He got hurt, but the game was already away at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, they look bad.
They look bad, dude.
I was just
He looks bad.
checking
They
on
look
that
bad.
game.
He looks bad. They look bad.
Yeah.
Garbers also might be a first-round draft.
Yeah,
pick
I don't
by
know
the end of the
what
year, dude.
he's on.
Crack,
Yeah.
smack. I don't know what he's on, but dude, he looks so good. He looks so good.
Yeah, he does.
This Miami team is gonna have to score 70 points to win a playoff game this year
Yeah.
because that defense is a rat shit.
But they can.
If you're giving Malik Murphy 31, you're bad at your job.
You're so bad.
You're bad at your job.
Dude, he was literally like he wasn't even trying to play quarterback. They would run go balls and he would throw the ball down the field. That's all it was. Just heave
That's
the
it.
ball and
That's
they
it.
would dude, that kid Jordan Moore, did you see that one-handed catch that he had?
Yeah, I mean that kid's also gross.
Oh my god.
Kid is gross.
Oh my god.
Nebraska bad. Hear me out on the other side. Nebraska bad. Ohio State bad. Both bad.
Ohio State?
Both bad. Both
Penn
bad.
State bad.
Both bad.
Penn State worse?
Penn State worse. Penn State worse.
Yeah, they're both not great.
Dude, I don't know if you watched that game, Josh.
I did.
I watched that game because it was, I mean, the fact that Nebraska was my whale, I might have to hang him up on this week's episode of the Coin Toss. But, dude, the play calling that Penn State does in certain situations, I'm going to be honest with you, when you watch that game, they have the better roster, which is, it's a tough argument to make when you look at the paper.
Oof.
Penn State, I genuinely think, has a better roster.
That is.
22 months of Bookit Sports. Thanks for all the content. You guys are the shit. Let's go. Real exclusiveness.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Resub. Ohio State shouldn't have won that game. It shows how bad Penn State is, the fact that Ohio State won that game when it seems like nobody played good. If they didn't have Judkins in that backfield, holy shit. Holy shit. Will Howard is also horrendous. One corner, also, I don't know why Penn State just committed to playing man all goddamn day. I think it was number 2. That one corner with the longer hair just got his fucking shit burnt. Barbecue chicken every single play. And Will Howard couldn't connect on one go ball.
Yeah,
it was actually hysterical.
He stinks. He's bad, actually.
The play calling on that last fucking red zone drive is enough for everyone to get fired.
Yeah, that was
pulling number 21
every
and
play.
him not
on every play,
and him not blocking a single body. And you know when you've got Katron and you've got Singleton, all you need is stop one guy. Just hit one guy. They can run 2 over. You got to hit one guy. Not blocking a soul. And going 4th and goal and then going, you know what we're going to do on the 4th and goal, guys? Because we've tried running the ball 3 times. We're going to do a play action, but run the same play, and hopefully our tight end number 44 is open on a fake block out to the outside. I have never seen a linebacker in football sniff a play out quick. That ball was hiked, and 44 was glued. Like there was not a inch of room to throw the ball. And also, shout out Poopy Brain Drew Allard. The minute he clapped the ball, he went like that.
Straight at him,
and looked right at him.
I mean, I think he was just going to rip the ball to him right away.
He was.
That's what he was supposed to
do. But whoever that linebacker was on Ohio State, that was literally glue. Like 44, that ball was hiked. He went like this, then turned, glued.
Yeah.
And then what is the next throw that Drew Allard tries to make? Is throwing into triple, quadruple coverage right in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
That's how Penn State loses to Ohio State in 2024. Dude, everyone's got to go. And the unfortunate part is, though, you can't get rid of James Franklin.
Why?
Because I saw a great tweet. Shout out Jack Mack. There's not a much better coach out that you could go get right now. There's not a coach you could go hire that gives you a better chance of beating Ohio State right now. There's not a guy that gives you a better chance in recruiting right now. There's not a guy that gives you a better chance of being – all they need to do is be 15% better than they are. I don't know if there's a lot of coaches out there. You got to stick with them and stick through it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But that was bad. That was bad.
Dude, also, why do that kid Tyler Warren, their tight end number 44, is the best player on their team, and they just like don't get him the ball for some reason?
They don't give him the ball.
I think they ran the ball with him 3 times, and he was like gashing them.
They don't give
literally
him the
gashing them, and they ran him 3 times.
They don't give him the ball.
They're so dumb.
They don't give him the ball.
They're so dumb.
They don't get. James Franklin had to go apologize to the recruits. Like, sorry, we couldn't get this one.
Good.
Jesus.
As he
Did
should.
you also see Florida State commits decommitting at the game?
Good.
Some kid was drafting the tweet decommitting for Florida State at the game.
That's awesome.
He was like, I just wanted to announce my decommitment from Florida State while he's at the game.
It makes sense.
While he's at the game.
They're that bad, dude.
Yeah, I didn't get a whale this week. I got a seal. Sorry for everybody that tailed Nebraska. I really thought this was just a great spot to get him.
I want to bring up another game and like the worst spread maybe of all time. Yeah. Vegas. Whoever made this line in Vegas needs to be fired. And it was Auburn minus 7.5. That was the fucking dumbest line I've ever seen in my entire life.
We knew.
We
were all over Vandy.
I know, but I'm just saying like
on Vandy.
Minus
balls on Vandy.
7.5. They scored 7 points. They didn't even score enough points to cover the spread.
No.
Vandy could have scored 0. And they wouldn't have covered the spread.
I don't know. Like, I'm going to be keeping a buck with you. Vandy was never losing that game.
No, that's dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand
Vandy
how
was never
that
losing that game.
How did that happen?
But yeah, I mean, good week in college football. We move. Should we start some slate? Do we have the graphic? Oh my God, we can finally talk college basketball.
Oh my God.
Run the graphic, please. Oh, wait, we didn't fix teams.
Too late.
Are we out of the graphic?
We're out of the graphic.
Okay, can we fix the Saints just really, really quick?
We can fix the Saints really quick.
And then we'll run the graphic again. Josh, I know how to fix the New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a long process, but it could go quick if they just listen to the ones and twos.
Okay.
First, you send Derek Carr to Guantanamo Bay for war crimes. Because what he's done to Chris Olave should be quite possibly in history books. He is responsible for the murder of Chris Olave at GTA. Then what you do, you go get whatever is ailing Rashid Shaheed. If it's a hamstring, go get another one. And you just rebuild Rashid Shaheed from the ground up. Surgically replace his hamstrings, surgically replace the quads. Nothing will ail him ever again. But we have to rebuild Rashid Shaheed.
Okay.
You run the Wildcat all game. Alvin Kamara is your quarterback.
Okay.
Direct snaps to Alvin Kamara all game. All game. Then what you do the Walt Disney effect. You make sure that after every game, you put Alvin Kamara in one of those chambers that keeps him young forever. He will be a New Orleans Saint for the rest of his life because you have no one else to go to.
You just freeze him after every game.
After every game, you freeze Alvin Kamara. You put him in one of those Star Wars freeze tanks, and then you unfreeze him for Sundays for the rest of your franchise's career because you need him. Without him, you're
eternal.
fucked.
He's just eternal.
You tell Chris Olave, thanks for your service. We're going to help you out so you can remember your children's name. Just retire him. Let him go off into the sunset. Have a great rest of his life. Maybe sign him to a max because you don't need the money because you're not paying a quarterback for the next 1,000 years. Because Alvin Kamara is your new quarterback.
You could sign some Navy receivers as well to be some blocking receivers.
Yes,
You need some blocking receivers.
Let's bring some blocking receivers into the scheme. But listen, we're not running the triple option, just Wildcats.
No, yeah, but you need some blockers.
Like Alvin
You
Kamara
need
could
some
throw
blockers.
it. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. And then this is where the fun part comes in, Josh. This is where the fun part comes in. I was thinking about this. You go higher. I'm going to call it the triple option coaching offense. Okay, hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. You go get Luke Getsy. You go get Adam Gase. And then you go get Nathaniel Hackett. They have to build the offensive playbook together. It's almost like three idiots make one golden product.
It could.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if one idiot says something, the other idiot chimes in, and you've got Cryo Kamara at quarterback, you've got the three-headed horseman of idiot making a playbook.
Dude.
You wouldn't be able to scheme a defense.
Can we get Matt Nagy in there?
But you wouldn't be Matt Nagy could be the head coach.
The Four Horsemen?
Matt Nagy could be the head coach. But you can't scheme a defense against that offensive playbook because you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming.
You don't.
We might run Wildcat, and Alvin Kamara might not run the ball one time.
We might run 15 screen passes a game like Luke Getsy loves to do. We might fucking run into quarterbacks' asses or offensive tackles' asses like Adam Gase loves to do.
And
He
then,
wasn't even there then. That
hear
was
me
Rex,
out.
wasn't it?
Hear me out, though. We're bringing Michael Thomas back because if we're wildcatting the quarterback, we need a slant. Constant slants.
I'm not going to lie. You lost me there.
No, dude.
That's where you lost me. You had me.
We need constant slants.
I think you had the Saints fixed until that.
Constant slants, dude. But just knowing he's only running the slant. Like, I don't want him running anything else. He's
Any other
only
route?
running the slant.
Okay.
And the defense knows it. If he's out there, all he's doing is running a slant because there will not be another route in the tree.
Okay.
There won't be.
Okay.
I think you win a couple games that way.
A couple. Yeah. Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Maybe three.
But Taysom Hill always lines up as a running back. We don't need running backs.
Oh, dude, Taysom Hill should be the quarterback.
No. Alvin Kamara Wildcat.
But
I
dude,
love it.
Taysom Wildcat would probably
I know,
be
but
better.
then he's too
Then
much
he
of
can
a
actually-
quarterback.
But then he can actually throw the ball.
I know, but yeah, that's my point. He's too much of a quarterback.
You don't want to throw the ball
I
out.
want when Alvin Kamara throws the ball, everyone to tighten their assholes. Because what's going to happen? Is it a pick or is it a touchdown? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Drew Aller in the first round fixed.
Yeah, I think that's what we do.
Okay.
I think if we do that, the Saints are fixed.
I think the best thing you said was Cryo Kamara.
Well, yeah, Cryo Kamara, he can never not play for the Saints. You need to keep him alive for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I think that fixes them.
That does. That would fix them for sure.
I think so, dude. I think so. Did we fix the Saints, guys?
You just lost me on Michael Thomas. That was
No,
it.
but he's not a crucial part. It's just that Adam Gase
It's just
needs
like
one guy to do the same thing every single play, and that'll be his Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Adam Gase come to the table and be like, listen, what if Michael Thomas just ran a slant here? And it's every play he's talking about.
Okay.
Like, all right, halfback gut out of the Wildcat, Alvin Kamara runs it, and Adam Gase comes in and goes, can we also throw Thomas on a slant? And go, yeah, sounds good. I think we fixed him.
You might have.
Did we fix him?
Dude, we need to become consultants.
I think so, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, we need to try to fix.
Get us in one room.
That's what I'm saying. Not even an NFL room. We need to start fixing some lower level teams. Like maybe go to like a D3 school or like NAIA school. Try to fix them up.
Give us Salisbury.
And then work our way up.
We'll fix Salisbury for good.
Dude, we could fix fucking UConn. You tell me we can't fix UConn?
Dude, we could fix UConn football. We could fix Villanova football.
We could. They're D2, right?
Step one, you go get the basketball team. Line them up.
Line them up.
Because you got no athletes on the football team.
You do not.
Bob the Builder, but it's Mikey's Fikes, and it says, can we fix it? And it's how I would fix every NFL team.
Dude, maybe.
That's actually a great idea from Actually Nate. Could you imagine that graphic? You don't have no idea who I am on Twitter. It's me as Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? The New Orleans Saints edition. Alvin Kamara and Wildcat. Cryo so he lasts forever. Go get Michael Thomas. Sign Getsy, Nathaniel Hackett, Adam Gase to be your offensive coordinators. Oh,
Dude,
that's so good.
We should actually try to fix a lower level program. We should try to get in some doors.
But I think but what's the worst that can happen if you let us in?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You don't have to listen.
And the Salukis are plus 4.5. They just lost by 1 million to Charleston. Fuck.
Dude, who cares?
That's a full point.
People love Charleston.
All right. Let's talk some college basketball, Josh. Rerun the graphic.
Rerun. We back.
We back. Welcome back to Slate Surfers, the part of the show where we surf the slate. Sorry, excuse me, but guess what? The wood is hard.
The wood is fucking hard. I'm so pumped, dude. I'm so pumped.
The wood is hard. You need to come fix the St. Ambrose Fighting Bees football team. I'm down.
I'm in.
First, you want to hear what my first section of business would be?
Change the name.
No. We're leaning into the bees. Every player gets a bee in a vial. You can use it whenever you want, but you just got to make sure it stings the other team somehow. You're in the bottom of a scrum. You just open the vial. Your bee is out. If you could get the bee to sting the quarterback, we win. That's the goal.
That's how you win.
That's the goal. The goal. All right, now they're plus 5. Holy shit, the Salukis are going to get banged on.
No, they're not. Chill out.
Josh, I've never seen a spread move like this.
Chill out. You've definitely seen a spread move like this.
Not like this.
You've never seen a spread move like this.
Not like this. I just got a tweet on
Dude. And, chat, we're bringing back a couple auto plays. It's already locked. The highest over on the board. And the plan B. Latest game on the board.
All right.
Those are back.
Let's do it.
Those are back.
The wood is hard. We're all the way back. We're talking college ball. We're getting dirty. Let's have a good show. Josh, there's a million games on. So here's what I want to do.
A million.
I want to keep it clean. I want to keep it breezy. I'm going to go through the games that I had earmarked. And then if you want to talk about some other games, let's do it. Shall we?
Sounds good.
First, I love St. Louis money line. I'm not necessarily going to give you guys sell jobs, but I'm just going to tell you why I like these teams and why I'm taking them. St. Louis, I believe the Indiana State head coach went to St. Louis in the offseason. If you guys remember Indiana State, they were kind of the miracle team. They made a lot of noise. They had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on their team, who is now on St. Louis. They also brought, I think it was like their second best scoring guard as well. A lot of those Indiana State kids are going to be spread across college basketball this year. I think 2 of them are also on Kentucky. I might be wrong, but we're going to check. This St. Louis team, I just think it's a great spot to grab them when Santa Clara always, it seems sneakily, has one guy that's going to be in the NBA. I went through the Santa Clara roster. They still have that guy Ball, I think it is, B-A-L.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't trust this Santa Clara roster to beat St. Louis in their first game with a revived program. That's just how I feel about it. So it could be you take Santa Clara as a favorite on the road, but I don't think a lot of people know that kid transferred to St. Louis. And I just think it's a great time to grab St. Louis because I do think St. Louis is going to be a team that makes some noise this year in college basketball.
They could be.
So I'm just going to try to get one through the hoop early with them.
Robbie Avila.
Figuratively and literally.
Yes.
I'm going to move and groove, Josh.
Okay.
I really, really, really wanted to take Temple for a couple reasons, Josh. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go through my reasons with you very quickly. First of all, can I throw a name at you that you
Sure.
might remember from the Mountain West?
Sure.
That was phenomenal last year. That it seems like every time we bet against him, he'd go crazy. Every time we bet on him, he'd go crazy. Are you aware the Temple brought over Jamal Mashburn Jr.
Really?
from the Mountain West?
I did not know that. From New Mexico?
He is unbelievable.
Right?
Yep,
From New Mexico?
From New Mexico. He is unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. They also brought over some good transfers that I'm a fan of, and they kept some guys from last year's team that aren't great, but they're going to do the job. And I think this is also the year you get Quante Berry that finally makes some noise. Providence transfer that's on Temple. So keep in mind this is also a little biased because there's a Providence guy on there that I think is going to be a great college basketball player, but he hasn't had the chance yet. Temple minus 13, I do enjoy because also Sacred Heart is radimus, dude. If everyone remembers my Sacred Heart wagon from a couple years ago, my name's Jeffrey with the tier 1 sub. Here we go.
Let's go.
But they have nobody. I checked the Sacred Heart. They have nobody. And they used to be my little wagon. So I like Temple here. Is that okay for me to like Temple here?
Yeah.
Do we mind if I like Temple? Josh, St. John's minus whatever the number gets up to today might just be an auto bet and move. It was 17.5 last night. When I peeped it, it's now 18.5. This is a revamped St. John's team, dude. This is Patino, I think, year 2 now, maybe year 3. They went and got the best player on Seton Hall last year, who arguably was one of the best players in the Big East, in Kadary Richmond. And I think that completely revamps the St. John's team. Kadary Richmond is a point guard that literally does everything. He's like 6'5", 6'6". He can handle the rock. He distributes. He can shoot. He can get to the lane. He always makes his free throws. I love St. John's here to first game of the year just beat the dog shit out of Fordham. They seemed like they got better at almost every position, and I think Kadary Richmond brings something to them that they didn't have last year, and they went and got that kid, I don't know if you remember, Davion Smith from Utah last year, who was just an auto bucket. By the end of the year, he was scoring 28, 30 points, it seemed, every single game. So I love that 1-2 punch. And I think that's going to be a 1-2 punch, by the way, Josh. That's going to be very hard to stop in the Big East. Shout out Ian Howie, 2-month tier 1 sub. Hey, boys. I think that's going to be a 1-2 punch in college basketball that a lot of teams are going to seriously struggle to stop.
Okay,
Seriously struggle. Davion Smith and Kadary Richmond could be the next 1-2 punch in the Big East, especially coached by Patino. So I think that's going to be a phenomenal team to watch. It's going to be a phenomenal team to bet this year. And it leads me to my next team that's going to be phenomenal to bet. That last year, you could have thrown at the wall 9 times out of 10. They weren't covering for you. Josh, this Louisville team is completely revamped. This Louisville team is, I genuinely believe, possibly going to win the ACC. I think this Louisville team is going to bang on teams this year. They went and got, I think, one of the best transfer classes in the entire country.
Really?
In the entire country. Entire country. They went and got Chucky Hepburn from Wisconsin. Chucky Hepburn is he's just a lunch pail guy in college football. Chucky Hepburn always does his job. Whether it's rebounding one day, dishing the ball, or scoring the rock, Chucky Hepburn is going to change this program. They also went and got my little darling from Washington. I don't know if you remember Corin Johnson.
Corin Johnson.
He was part of the 1-2 punch that the Washington Huskies had last year. He'll give you 20 every single night if you let him. They also went and got, do you remember that JMU wagon from last year, Josh?
Yes, I do.
That JMU wagon. AK Bob with a tier 1 sub for 6 months. Bang, the college basketball goat is back. Wow, am I back? Do you remember that JMU wagon from last year, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
That was covering and beating the shit out of every team?
Yep.
Do you remember his name, Terrence Edwards? That was the best player on that team that could give you 30, 40, 20 every night of the week?
I do.
Guess where he is now?
He's there?
He's on Louisville.
Wow.
So they've got a 3-piece smack pack in Hepburn, Johnson, and Edwards. Those are 3 guards that are going to be obscenely hard to stop. Obscenely hard. And I don't think Morehead State has it in them to stop them from blowing them out by 21. Which, by the way, Josh, when I checked last night, they're minus 18.5. This morning, they're 21.5. So that spread's moving.
That's moving.
By the way.
That's moving.
So I love Louisville on the spread here tonight. I just think they're going to be phenomenal. They also went and got that kid, Rain Smith from Charleston, if you remember that kid too, a little sneaky forward.
I do actually remember. Dude, I was just looking.
Dude, they got better at every position.
7 4-stars in their class.
Dude, they got better at every position.
They have according to 24/7 Sports, they have the 27th ranked transfer class.
That's insane. I would have put it way higher, but hey, man. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Can you guess who has won?
West Virginia.
Arkansas. Calipari
yeah,
just
it's
getting
Calipari.
everybody.
Josh, the next one was Duke minus 29.5. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting to the table at this one. I'm just hearing things about this Duke team that it seems as though they're going to dog walk everybody.
Yeah.
And Cooper Flagg might just be him. And I don't know if Maine is going to be able to stop him.
Dude, you have to take Duke.
Yeah.
Cooper's from Maine.
I know, and his brother
from
just
Maine.
committed to Maine.
Dude, you have to take Duke.
All right, so maybe we take Cooper Flagg playing his old
That's
team,
what I'm
and we
saying.
take Duke minus 31.
He's from Maine.
All right, let's do it.
I think he used to play. I saw a video of Scalabrine saying that he used to play Maine guys. Like he used to go practice with them when he was 13 years old.
Yeah, I'm not
So
shocked.
I mean, he's literally playing against a team that he used to grow up playing.
I'm not shocked, dude. I'm not shocked.
Dude, I have a game.
Go ahead.
You might not want to talk about it, but
Go ahead.
Iowa State minus 45.5 against Mississippi Valley. Mississippi Valley State is the worst team in college basketball.
Okay.
I was looking at KenPom because I was wondering where they had them ranked. Literally dead last, 364th. They're the worst team according to KenPom.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And, 45.5 points. I think Iowa State's going to be really good this year. They got a lot of new guys coming in. Dude.
I like it.
They're ranked 6th on here. I don't think they could be ranked fucking 100th on here now and take the minus 45.5. It really doesn't matter. Mississippi Valley State is that bad.
Dude, I like it.
Worst team in the country.
I also like West Virginia minus 18.5 against Robert Morris. West Virginia also just completely revamped their roster. They went and got Javon Small from Oklahoma State. He was their leading scorer last year. They also went and got, I know a name you're going to know, Josh, because it feels like every time we talked about this team, this kid would bust. You remember Tucker DeVry from Drake?
Yeah.
That little white boy that could just give you 30 if you let him.
Of course.
And then they went and got a kid from Detroit, Mercy Jaden Stone. That's also an auto bucket. So they got 3 guys that can put the rock in the hoop. I'm just banking on first weekend of the year that they can go beat Robert Morris by 20 with those guys. If they can't do it with those guys added, maybe I'm an idiot, maybe I'm a poo-poo brain, maybe I'm dumb. Either way, I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot with this team. Josh, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something that I don't think you're going to see a lot on the feed because I think a lot of people might be on the other side, and that's okay for me. That's okay with me. I'm going to take Texas A&M minus 4.5 on the road against UCF. I just feel like when you start to get this late in a college basketball career, guys like Wade Taylor and Henry Coleman who've been on the roster for what feels like 9 years, and then you go ahead and you add guys like C.J. Wilcher, who is an excellent just do-it-all guy on defense for Nebraska. I think you get Wade Taylor and Chad as well. Shout out. I'm just kidding. Not actually him, but he's in here. But I like A&M to just flex a little muscle on a UCF team that kept Jalen Sellers. That kid's an auto bucket. But I think you're going to get a lot of glaze on. Do you remember Mikey? The high school stud?
Oh, yeah.
He's on UCF.
Mikey Williams. Yeah.
He's on UCF.
Dude, they also have Dior Johnson. You remember that kid? He was on Bronny's team. He's also on UCF.
Yes. So I think you're going to get a lot of that.
I'm actually going to watch that game. I can't wait. What time is that game at?
I think you're going to get a lot of that.
What time is
6
that?
p.m.
6?
So I really want to take A&M here. I think they're going to be good, but I think early days to play veterans like Wade Taylor and Henry Coleman, I think it's just going to be a tough game.
It'll be tough.
I think it's going to be a tough game. So I'm just going to take the team with more experience, playing a younger team that has a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out who those guys are going to be.
Dude, let's go to a game after this that is literally the same exact team as Texas A&M, Mississippi State. They play the exact same type of basketball. I feel like I get them confused in basketball every single year because they're literally the same team. Give me Mississippi State minus 26.5 against West Georgia. I don't fucking know shit about West Georgia, but I guarantee you they're not scoring on that defense.
I got to look up that team. I didn't look into that one, but I should.
Mississippi State?
Yeah, I should look into that one.
I just know that their defense is always cracked.
I did want to take Miami, but I think I'm scared off it. You know what I do want to take, though, Josh?
What did you want to take?
Do you know what I do want to take, Josh?
What?
Do you want to hear what I want to take, Josh? I got to find it because I don't want to be an idiot and just say it without having it in front of me. 'Cause I feel like that's where it gets dangerous in the streets. Where is it? Come on. I want to take Florida minus 10.5 against USF, dude. Another year out of Walter Clayton. He was so good at Iona. He was so good last year for them, and now you got another year under your belt. Brought back Will Richard, and then they went and got that dumb idiot point guard, but who's actually really good, Elijah Martin from FAU. That sold the bag in the NCAA tournament. That just feels like a phenomenal little backcourt they're building over there in Florida, and I just don't see USF being able to hang with them in this game.
I
don't
actually
see
like
it.
that. I like that.
I
That's a
don't
lot
see
of
it.
points, too.
So I like Florida to just come out. Walter Clayton, if I could take his points on Prize Picks, I would. I just see them coming out and getting it done the most impossible way. But maybe I'm an idiot. You never know.
No, I like
that could
that.
be a game that I get, absolutely pooped on. I will say another one I really like, dude. I'm gonna take Ole Miss minus 28.5, dude.
Little
They brought
wagons
Dre
back.
Davis. They brought Dre Davis over from Seton Hall. BT Bets with a tier 1 sub. They brought Dre Davis over from Seton Hall. If you guys remember Dre Davis, he was a small forward on that team. He was probably the best player on that team by the end of the year, even though they had Kadarius Richmond. He is just unbelievable, and it felt like the thing that Ole Miss was missing last year was a culture guy that set the tone on defense, and this is a Dre Davis now that got coached by Sheen Holloway for 2 years coming into the SEC. So I love that spot. Matthew Merrill's coming back. They also brought Sean Padula over from Virginia Tech, if you remember who that is. Mm-hmm. He's a fucking auto bucket. They brought back a lot of guys, and I just see this Ole Miss team doing it again early in the year. We fade them late year. Early year, we take Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss here minus 28.5 as well, dude. I like them a lot here. Josh, I'm going to say a team, and I just want you to hear me out. I think we go and take Alabama, dude.
Well, there's a play that we have to take in that game.
Josh, if I asked you one question, because I know we bet on Alabama a lot last year. I know we talked about Alabama a lot last year. What was Alabama's main problem?
Their defense.
And what part of their defense was the main problem?
I mean,
if you got into that
say
paint,
all of it. Yeah.
if you got into that paint, it was over.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a name at you, and I want you to know, and I want you to tell me how much this moves their needle.
Okay.
Do you remember Clifford Omayuri?
I do not.
Big Ten center for Rutgers that could go ahead and get you 11 blocks, 11 rebounds any night of the week. Well, they went and got a Big Ten center.
Wow.
And brought him to the worst defense in the SEC. And they brought Mark Sears back, by the way.
Yeah?
Who might as well be Steph fucking Curry. I love that addition. I think that does things for Alabama that they needed desperately.
Is he starting?
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate about
Clifford
college.
was almost player of the year last year, dude.
But I just hate that you don't know what their lineup's going to look like.
Well,
game
they also brought, if you remember this guy from USF, Chris Youngblood.
No, I know.
Yeah, they
how
brought
do I
the
know
young
him,
blood
but
over,
not
dude.
yet?
They brought the young blood over. I just like with this Alabama team is they brought a lot of guys back, like Grant Nelson, that white kid that was just an auto bucket towards the end of the year.
So good, yeah.
They brought a lot of guys back, and then they added spots that I think they really needed. They needed a dog shooting guard. They went and got Chris Youngblood. They needed someone to secure the paint. They went and got Clifford from Rutgers, who was almost player of the year last year. So I just like what this Alabama team is building. They didn't hit the portal hard, but they brought in guys that they need. And I think that's what they needed. So I love Alabama minus 26 here.
Well, that is it's already locked because that is the highest total on the board, 162.5.
It's already locked. The highest over on the board, Alabama, UNC Asheville.
We're taking it.
We're taking it. Josh, a play I really wanted to take is I want to take Texas to go in and beat Ohio State, man. On the road, I want to take Texas, man.
Ohio State's a football school.
One of my favorite players from last year was a kid on Oregon State, and it was Jordan Pope. I forget what I used to say. I had a little saying about it, but it was like, we take the Pope on Sundays or whatever it is. Jordan Pope is residing over this. Yeah. Dude, Jordan Pope is unbelievable. They also went and got Tremont Mark from Arkansas last year, who could either give you 2 points or he could give you 30. But Jordan Pope, I think, is what's really moving this needle. And also, Josh, I'm a big East guy. I got to do the Big East. They went and got Arthur Kaluma from Creighton. That kid, from Kansas State. He was on Creighton, then Kansas State, and now he's here. Arthur Kaluma is a Swiss Army knife. He's phenomenal on defense. He can get you 20 on offense. And I think Arthur Kaluma is going to move the needle of this Texas team that we've seen in other years be very disappointing and underwhelming. Because Arthur Kaluma will do it all. You need him to lock up the best player they got on the other team. Let's go do it. You need him to go get you 15, 20 points. Let's go do it. You need him to get 10 rebounds in a game where you might be a little bit undersized. He'll go and do it. So I love Texas going in and beating Ohio State because the only person that Ohio State really added, Josh, and I know it's going to be hard for us to fade him because they went and got Michi Johnson from South Carolina. Yeah. But I just love Texas here, man. I love Texas here. Bruce Thornton is not good, and you know he still thinks it's his team. I think Michi Johnson's going to start a little bit slow because I think that always happens. But, dude, I love Texas here.
I like that, too. It's neutral site, too, so Ohio State's not home. It's in Vegas.
I love this spot.
Yeah, I like that,
I
too.
love this
Where are they
spot,
playing
dude.
in Vegas? You think they're playing at T-Mobile?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Not T-Mobile.
I'm not sure. Josh, then
Oh,
the
yeah, T-Mobile.
last,
They're playing T-Mobile.
the last play I wanted to talk about before I give the Providence report is I'm taking Gonzaga to beat the shit out of Baylor, dude.
Okay.
I'm taking Gonzaga to beat the shit out of Baylor, dude. They added my GOAT from Temple last year, Khalif Battle. He's fucking goated. If you followed me, you've known him for 3 years now. Khalif Battle is now on Gonzaga. They kept Graham Ike. They brought over they kept Ryan Emhart. They kept Nolan Hickman. They really just kept everybody and added Khalif Battle for a little bit of scoring. They kept Dusty. That kid's fucking goated on TikTok. I mean, he's junk on the court, but he's goated on TikTok. But, dude, I mean, this is just a Gonzaga team that's going to do what Gonzaga does. And I'm also going to tell you this. This is also I'm going to fade someone that I fucking hate because I think he's junk, and Jeremy Roach, dude. We watched him shit down his leg against NC State in the NCAA tournament last year, and for whatever reason, I can't trust him on Baylor. They went and got Norchard Omier from Miami. I think he's underwhelming. I just don't think this Baylor team is going to be very good. That might be a hot take. That might be a dumb take as we get on in the season. But I'm fading the fuck out of Baylor here, dude. I'm taking Gonzaga to do what Gonzaga does.
I don't hate that at all.
That's just what
I think they're back. They have to be back. Like, there's no way they're the same.
That's just what I got to do. I also think we're going back to system plays, Josh, that we took every game that he was playing Ryan Emhart PRA.
Yeah.
Just systems.
Yeah.
Just some systems, Josh, on
Just
the
a
board.
little system.
Just a little system on the board. Can I give the Providence report?
Surely. I would love for you to talk about Mizzou, too, a little bit. I want to see you go through their recruits.
Yeah, we could do that.
I would love to hear you talk about
We can absolutely do that.
because they were the worst team in the country last year.
Josh, I would love to do that. Here's what Providence did really well. Providence did a great job of, in an era of the transfer portal, keeping the pieces that we needed. Bryce Hopkins is now coming back after a torn ACL. Dude, I think this is going to be the Bryce Hopkins coming out year. I think he's going to be phenomenal. I mean, this is a kid, dude, that when our season started last year, he was doing everything every game, dude. He can guard 1 through 5 as a power forward, and he can clamp the center. Dude, he rebounds like a goddamn magnet. He's got a strap from 3. He was everything we missed last year. He sets the tone. He stops your best player. Him being fully healthy now, and by the way, it's now officially his team because Devin Carter's gone, and he was a top 15 draft pick in the NBA last year. Yeah. This is now Bryce Hopkins' team. Jaden Pierre now has another year under his belt. I think the problem with Jaden Pierre last year is he was very inconsistent because, dude, he's still young. That was only his second year playing in the Big East, man. And once Devin Carter went down, he had to become the number 2 option. So I think not only are we going to get a completely revamped Jaden Pierre that, by the way, plays and oozes with confidence, but he had to be a number 2 on a team last year that kind of experience actually helps you in college.
Yeah. Because
he's been a number 2, and now he's got to be our number 2. Dude, we hit the portal harder than I've seen a team hit the portal. Not get big names, but get guys you need. In a deep Miami team last year, we got Bensley Joseph. He could give you 21 or he could give you 10. He's a little inconsistent, but what Providence needed last year were scorers, and that's what we went and got this year. We went and got Georgia's best scorer last year, even though they sucked cock and ball with Abdur Rahim. I think he's going to be fucking unbelievable. He got hurt at the end of last year, but when he wasn't hurt, he could give you 34, 20, 15. He's a guy that's going to get to his bucket. And I love that we added him to the team. We kept Rich Barron and Corey Floyd. And by the way, Josh, someone that people forget about, the best player on the George Mason team that our coach brought over from last year that ended up getting hurt in preseason before he could even do anything is fully healthy this year, and his name is Justin Fernandez. Dude, the kid was averaging almost 15, 20 points on George Mason. And he was the guy that, by all accounts, we were the most excited to bring over from George Mason. He was the guy that was like, oh, fuck, you got Justin, you brought him over, and he's back this year. So he's someone last year that we didn't even get to sniff out, and guess what? He's back this year. Our team, I just love how deep we are, to be totally honest with you.
I'm looking at your transfers. Like, your transfers are kind of crazy. You got, I mean, this isn't just this year, but you got a 5-star, a 4, a 3, a 4, a 3, a 4, a 4, a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 4.
Dude, and we got a kid from Georgia State that averaged 18 last year. Wesley Cardette Jr., straight out of Chicago.
I was going to say that kid, that kid's probably
straight out of Chicago. That kid's a fucking bucket. And the problem was last year.
Oh, my God, that kid's a bucket.
Dude, the problem, did you see his points?
No, I just saw his picture. He looks like a
Yeah, he's a fucking bucket. The problem last year with Providence was we would go through scoring droughts. It'd be 5-10 minutes. We wouldn't score a bucket. I loved it. We just remedied that. We went and got bucket getters. That's all we did. We went and got bucket getters. And by the way, we're playing Providence defense. We're playing Providence ball. And now we got bucket getters to come off the bench. Problem was actually, we went to our bench, dude. We couldn't give you 5 points off the bench.
Yeah.
If Devin Carter didn't put up 25, we were getting our shit clapped. This is the deepest Providence team I've ever seen in my time. And we're going to get dirty and greasy.
I'm excited for you.
And we're going to beat the shit out of Central Connecticut State, dude.
I'm excited for you.
We're going to beat shit out of Central Connecticut State.
Yeah, I mean.
So lock in
Seacon
and get ready to get your fucking shit smacked. Because I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. Yeah. All right, do you want to do the Mizzou report?
Let's do it.
Should we do the Mizzou report?
I want you to just go and look at their recruiting class because obviously there's nothing really to talk about from last year. We were the worst team in the SEC. It wasn't even close.
In the SEC.
Zero wins.
Worst
I
team in the
mean,
SEC.
worse than Power 5.
Worst team in the SEC. Worst team in the SEC.
But we got some boys coming in this year, and I'm actually really excited.
You got some boys. Let me go through.
We got some boys. Our recruiting class is really good, and we also got some transfers as well. And that cam is exhausted. I'll be right back.
Chad, I'm looking through right now. Just give me some time to look through. Some Mizzou angles, some Mizzou anglage. Okay, Josh. I'm seeing some 5-star freshmen. Let's give the Mizzou report. We're getting the Mizzou college basketball report in 2024. Here's what I really like.
Give me the report.
Here's what I really like. And it's going to be the transfer that I don't think you would expect me to talk about.
I think I know who it is.
No, I love that you brought Tony Perkins over from Iowa.
Oh, really?
I think the thing that Mizzou's been missing the past 2 years is a grinded-out, hard-nosed point guard.
That's true.
I have fucking hated
Nick Honor
for 3 years now, dude.
Yeah.
Mark Mitchell is a phenomenal addition. He's a bucket getter. You went and got someone that I used to bet on all year last year, by the way, Marquise Work, and he's a fucking bucket.
He's a bucket.
But that's going to be one of those where there's going to be an adjustment period.
Yeah.
He reminds me
It'll
of
be
who's
tough.
the kid when you were goated that I loved, the lefty.
Sean East.
Sean East that you went and got from one of those
From
lower
JUCO,
tiers.
yeah.
Yeah. Marquise Work reminds me of that. And Marquise Work is a bucket getter. I just love that this offense is going to go through Tony Perkins because I think the problem was last year's Nick Honor couldn't stop a stiff breeze
No, he
with a
cannot.
window pane.
I think our defense will be a lot better this year. That was a problem we
Dude,
had.
your defense is going to be phenomenal just because Tony Perkins is that guy, dude.
What I love, too, is that we actually have depth, I think, at center, which we've never had. We've only had one center. We have Mark Mitchell starting this year, and then we have two recruits, two freshmen, Peyton Marshall, 7 feet, 336, 4-star, and then Trent Burns, he was listed at 7'2". On here, he's grown 3 inches. He's 7'5", and he's a 4-star. There's a couple guys that we got.
Dude, you also went and got Jacob Cruz. I know that name.
Yeah, he's a
good,
sharpshooter,
too.
I think.
Yeah, I think what you guys did is you went, look, listen, we can't get worse than last year if you're Mizzou.
Yeah.
We can't get worse than last year. This is just you got a gritty roster.
Yeah.
You brought in a great recruiting class. And I think, honestly, like, not that I'm going to take his prize picks or I'm going to take anything for him to do anything. But, dude, Tony Perkins.
He'll be a guy that has no stats, but will, like, affect the game in so many ways.
And that's what you didn't have last year. You didn't have a single guy that would affect the game on either end of the floor.
Sean East was a bucket. He was the only guy that could score on our team last year, but he couldn't play defense. He was a hack. So, like, he'd have 3 fouls in the first half, and then...
Oh, no, so then Sean East isn't the guy I'm thinking of.
Sean East, a lefty?
2 years ago.
He was
the
there.
guy that I loved.
He was there last year and 2 years ago.
2 years ago, though. He was gone after he went on that tournament run.
You talking about Demoy Hodge? He was a righty.
Demoy Hodge.
He's a righty, yeah. He's on the Lakers.
That's who I'm talking about.
Their G League team, yeah.
Demoy Hodge.
He was a bucket, dude.
That's who you're
He was a fucking
Demoy
bucket,
Hodge. That's not fucking Shawnee. Demoy Hodge.
No. Dude, the one guy that I'm actually really excited for is Anor Boateng. He's the #1 player in Arkansas as a small forward. Dude, I think he's going to be a freak.
No, dude, this freshman class is exactly what you want. I think you're going to lose a lot of games still because you're young. But I think you're going to be in games. Dude, I just got to say it again. I love that you went and got Tony Perkins.
Yeah.
He's not a stats guy, dude. You can go through stats. Listen, this is the Tony Perkins stat life. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 9 assists. Like
9 assists though, like
6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Like he's just And by the way, he can get to a bucket, 24, 22, 20. Like
He gets to the rim well, yeah.
The problem that Mizzou's never had is a good point guard.
They have nobody.
Tony Perkins is going to affect both sides of the ball.
They've never had a point guard that could play. Actually, since there was a guy that we had when I was there, my freshman year, Cassius Robertson. There's no way anyone fucking remembers him, but he was the last guy that we've had that could play both ways consistently and affect the game.
100%. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 14 assists, and a steal. Like, that's what you're getting at Tony Perkins. And I love that. Dude, I'm going to bet Mizzou this year because I think you guys went and just remedied some situations. You brought a lot of guys back from a team that sucked us here, but you always gotta.
We didn't really bring.
And you went and got some guys that I think are going to move your needle a lot.
I mean, realistically, the only guys that are going to start from last year are Tamar Bates probably, and that might be it. Like, I don't think there's anyone because I think Boateng's going to start. He's the number one player in the state of Arkansas. We paid him fucking $400,000.
Even going to get the center from South Carolina too, Josh Gray, dude.
Yeah.
I think he was in a rotation last year in South Carolina.
He'll
But
get
even guys like that, man, just bring guys from winning cultures and let's see what happens. And go get a bucket getter. Go get a guy that can drive the boat. That's the problem. I mean, Josh Gray does stink, but you went and got him. Tony Perkins will drive the boat. You didn't have Nick Honor tried to drive the boat. The kid fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Tony Perkins drives the boat, and I think, dude, I'm such an advocate for guards when you march.
Oh, they do, 100%.
Tony Perkins is a guy that drives a boat. Mizzou hasn't had a guy to drive the boat in a couple years now.
That is true. I'm excited.
Tony Perkins is going to drive that boat.
We got Memphis tonight. They were plus 4.5. I honestly think that we might win this game.
Yeah, I would take you guys plus 4.5.
I think just like looking at that spread and how fucking abysmal we were last year, like the fact that that's even the spread, I think is insane. Like we haven't seen any of these guys play. Like literally, I think one player in the starting lineup is going to be from last year's team. I think it's Tamar Bates.
How about this, Josh?
He's a bucket, though.
How about this, Josh? Let's take Mizzou.
Let's do it.
Let's take Mizzou.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's take Mizzou, Josh. I'm in. Let's take Mizzou.
Josh Gray stinks. Enjoy that bum. Yeah, I don't think Josh Gray's be playing very
But it's
much.
like, but it's not. Josh Gray isn't going to win or lose games. It's just finally have some dude.
Just
the
like
guys that
play,
Mizzou would bring off the bench last year could have played at the YMCA.
Dude, they were so. Remember what was his name? He's gone. I forgot what his name was. Robinson, maybe? Like, literally the worst player of all time.
Let's do some NBA. Then let's do Monday night. Then let's dive deep into Prize Picks. Can we do that?
We shall.
Quick NBA report. I love the Knicks on the road against the Rockets. I know we said I'm not allowed to bet my team religiously every single game, but I don't know if you saw over the weekend, the Knicks were minus 6.5 and went fucking ballistic. This is a Rockets team. This is a Rockets team that I'll just say it. 1 through 5, there's not a single player better than anyone on the Knicks. So we're -2 going into Houston, who's been relatively hot to start the year. It seems like they're in everyone's parlay every week. I'm going to take the Knicks to fucking melt their face off in GTA.
I like that. Let's go to the other favorite team of the show, the Bulls. We fade them. We take the Utah Jazz money line.
But you're minus 7.5.
These are the types of games, though, the Bulls lose. Like, the games that they should win, and they moved to -8 right in front of my eyes.
Josh, oh my God, we just got our first ever auto tail.
Did we?
Jorge, what's your auto tail?
What is it?
We've never been auto tailed.
Jorge,
what's the auto tail play? Clippers minus 3.5. Auto tail. All right,
let's go.
I got to add Clippers to the card.
Wait, who are they playing? Let me see that.
Clippers are on the card.
Clippers.
The Clippers are playing the Spurs.
I like that. At home.
Clippers minus 3.5. Dude, that's our first ever TMA auto tail.
Let's go.
That's our first ever TMA auto tail. Can we get a round of applause in the chat?
Come on, Jorge.
Can we get an auto tail in the chat? Thank you, ma'am. We'll have another. Shout out to Clippers minus 3.5. They've now been auto tailed. I will place actual U.S. dollar currency on that play. Josh, the only other play I really liked in the NBA, because I'm more so prize picks in the NBA, not sides. I love leave the points at the door and go ahead and give me the Wizards ML to beat the Warriors at plus 10.5, dude. Jordan Poole looks so good this year. And I think these are the games that, for whatever reason, the Wizards might just squeak.
You're literally betting on the worst team in the NBA.
All right, fine. We'll take plus 10.5. Can I take plus 10.5?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, Wizards plus 10.5.
I like that a lot more.
I won't do anything more. Wizards plus 10.5. Ron Mux immediately comes in, Mikey. Bro.
There's another massive dog on the slate, but I want to fade him, dude. I want to take OKC minus 12.5.
Okay.
Against the Magic. The Magic, I feel like, have been...
Without Paolo, it's been
I know,
trying to figure it out. Yeah,
I know, but still, I feel like that's a lot of points.
No, I agree. I love that, dude. I love that. I also love that Mavericks-Pacers over. The Pacers play no defense. All All right, Josh, Monday Night Football, then I want to hit the Prize Picks, Labbington.
This game just sucks, dude.
Just take the Chiefs -9.
Take the Chiefs?
Josh, can I tell you something? We made a video on the Bookit account where me, Rav, and Shelly sat down here. And we talked about when the Chiefs are going to lose next. And I said the Chiefs might go undefeated till the second last game of the year. Both of them said they were losing to the Niners. Both. Both. We're sitting here now. The Chiefs are 7-0. They're playing the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. And we are at the part of the cycle where we're going, dude, the Lions might do it. Maybe the Falcons are turning their ship around. The Eagles are looking good. The Bills look good. But you know who didn't play on Sunday, Josh? The Kansas City Chiefs didn't play on Sunday. So we haven't completed our feedback loop. So when the Chiefs go ahead and take out their water gun in GTA and pistol whip Baker back into him playing D-end for the Panthers and win by 30 on Monday night, and we all go, up. The Chiefs are doing it again.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the Chiefs -9 because we haven't been to the feedback loop yet, and people might go, you know what, dude, Baker's getting 9 points. Yeah. Going into Arrowhead, dude, we might as well take.
That's a good point.
Wouldn't you want to have 9 points in your pocket? No, actually.
No.
Because this isn't your ma and pa's Chiefs. This is a Chiefs team that covers spreads and beats the shit out of people. So I'm taking the Chiefs -9.
I don't hate that. Dude, I think I like the under in this game the most. I think that Baker and the Bucs have a very tough time scoring on this Chiefs defense with all the weapons being out.
And Josh, I got news for you.
What is the news?
1 man, 1 game. D-Hop.
I love that.
We'll be seeing.
I love that.
Now he knows the playbook.
Yep.
And he got an extra week. And Pat Mahomes is going to go, holy shit, that's DeAndre Hopkins running around, not Marcus Valdes-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I like that.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I don't even know if we have to talk about this game much, though. This game fucking sucks.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Chiefs move.
Chiefs move?
Doing the Chiefs.
Chiefs under move.
Doing the Chiefs move. Can we do some prize picks, Josh?
Surely.
Can we start in college basketball?
Yeah.
There was a couple things I already earmarked. One was PRA for Ryan Emhard. So can I go ahead and give you that? Would you mind if I gave you that?
I like it.
22.5. I love it. Josh, there's going to be a lot more put up as the day moves on, so I don't want to say these are the plays and we're ripping these plays. Are we taking Cooper Flag to go stupid on UMaine?
I mean, yeah, we should.
Okay.
How do you not?
No,
I think
I'm
we
in.
just take his PRA, too. I think we just take all of it.
I really want to take... Okay, let's do Cooper Flag PRA as well. I really, really like... I can't believe you just snuck the under in there. I didn't even realize it.
You didn't hear me.
Did you sneak the under in there?
In the Chiefs game?
Yeah.
Yeah, snuck it.
You fucking sneaker. I kind of like Wade Taylor in his 9th year to drop 20 on UCF.
Dude, I was looking at his assist.
Do you hate that?
I was looking at his assist.
Wait, do you hate that? That just sounded like you didn't like that.
No, I don't hate it. I was just saying I was looking at his assists, and I love those as well.
I don't like Wade Taylor's assist this year.
Really?
Yeah. I think this is I need to get drafted year. That's why I came back.
Okay.
Is that a bad take?
No, I don't think so.
I really like him to just go bustos every game now. I don't know if that's stupid or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, like, dude, we just don't, especially with prize picks, we just don't know how many minutes all these guys are going to be getting, like, what the rotations look like. That's the only problem. Like, you can tell with, like, game lines kind of because you know, like, generally who will be playing, but player props are
I think we just
tough.
I think what we could do as well is I think we could take Tony Perkins points.
I was looking at that. And they have the wrong jersey for him. What the fuck is that?
I think we could take
So I was looking at that. I do like that. I do like his points, but I also love if he's going to be facilitating as much as I think he's going to be, dude. Tamar Bates does have a strap, and last year he was forced to do everything by himself. I think he might be getting buckets today.
I'm listening.
He's
I'm
also,
looking at my phone, but
he's
I'm listening.
also a lefty. Also a lefty.
I don't hate the Bates angle either.
I would love Perkins like assists if those were up there. I would love those. I wish Mark Mitchell was up there too.
Okay, I'm gonna take Perkins points out tentatively right now.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I just wish they had his assist.
No, but I'm going to replace it with something that I already said, and I feel like I kind of got to stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Arthur Kaluma PRA against Ohio State, 20.5.
Okay.
I mean, this is just me trying to stand on some biz because he does everything, and I think he's going to do it all again. Uh-oh, just got the chat. What's SIU doing? That means they're getting rat fucked.
Yeah, they were getting rat fucked. I was watching. Not watching, I'm just looking at the score.
Are they getting rat fucked?
They were down 11-4.
It's 11-16.
We're winning?
No.
Oh.
We're down 5.
That's not bad.
No, we're good. We're back.
Give me a break.
Everybody relax. We're going to be fine.
Give me a break.
Dude, that might be my 4-piece right
Dude,
there.
I wish Mikey Williams was on board so we could fade him.
Dude, do you kind of like, can I tell you my 4-piece?
Yeah, I mean, I liked everything you said.
Ryan Nemhard, PRA.
Love
Cooper
it.
Flagg, PRA. Wade Taylor, points.
Okay.
Arthur Kaluma, PRA.
I love that.
I kind of like that, Josh.
Wade Taylor, I just don't know, but.
And Josh, I'm going to tell chat this right now. I'm starting to do, if it's anything outside of a 2-man, I'm flexing.
Okay.
I'm going to beat Prize Picks at their game. I'm flexing everything. Now, I don't care that the payout is less. The amount of times I've lost by 1 leg on 4, 5, and 6 lineups, I'm done. I'm flexing, and I'm done hearing about it. So I don't care if they all hit and I still win a lot of monies. I'm done looking at the power play and going, oh, that's so much more bread when I can literally lose a leg and still make monies. So I'm flexing.
Monies.
I'm flexing. I'm sorry. I'm flexing. I'm done. Jake Engelbert immediately with the soft. I'm flexing. You know what I did last night, Josh? I flexed Trent's 4-man and I made money. I'm flexing.
Flex.
I'm flexing. I'm flexing. All right, really quick, I did want to look at the NBA board. Is that okay?
Of course. Well, we did. Oh, you mean like price sport? Okay.
Yeah, because I got a max for you, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, I got a max for you.
I've also got a max for you. And it's like, it is double max. Like.
Double max?
Double max.
Double max.
Double max.
You're double. Are you goon maxing?
Goon maxing.
Oh, dear. Okay. What do you got?
Dude, is he not on the fucking board?
No. Are you getting goon maxed?
They don't have any of the players up in this game.
Are you getting goon maxed?
Yeah. Well, they have no one up in the Bulls game. But it's Lauri Markkanen in points and rebounds. I mean, like, revenge game against the Bulls, and he gets to match up against fucking Radshit Vucevic. Literally, give me that all day. All day.
Jordan Poole points, Karl Anthony Towns, PRA, Luka PRA, that prints. We'll be seen. We'll be seen.
Oh, Lauri's doubtful. Shout out.
Josh will be seen.
Who's his backup? Take him.
Josh will be seen. That 3-piece just smacked in front of your face. All right, let's do 2. Actually, you know what, Josh? Let's just do 1 each Monday night. Let's see if we can get one through the hoop.
On NBA?
No.
1 each?
NFL.
Oh, NFL. I mean, I know mine.
What's yours? Can it be on Tampa Bay?
It better be on here. Oh,
Can it be on Tampa Bay?
it wasn't on Tampa Bay, but let's see if they even have them. They have them. Fuck. And it's an auto. Okay. I can look for Tampa Bay.
Because I'm going to do D-Hop.
I can go for Tampa Bay.
I'll do D-Hop yards. I was going to do touchdown, but I'll do yards. Mad Skills with a 16th month Tier 1 sub.
Fuck, dude. These squares are rad.
I'm also tailing Sexton. I just saw that in the chat.
Give me... I'm just going to get a little... Put my sharp hat on real quick.
On yards could be dumb.
If we think...
Could be dumb.
If we think
Could be dumb.
the Chiefs are going to win this game by a lot of points, why do we not take Baker Mayfield more than pass attempts?
Josh, I fucking love that, Josh.
Let's take that. 35 flat.
Josh, I fucking love that. Josh, I love that.
Let's go. That might be a winning 2-piece, honestly.
Pass
That is
attempts
winning.
and D-Hop yards.
I love that.
I love it too. Locked in. All right, dude.
Oh, wait. Wait. We're not done.
What?
Plan B.
I think it's the Gonzaga game.
There's 3 games, so we get to decide.
Well, you decide.
This is my choice,
Plan
right?
B is your decide. Yeah, you pick.
It's
It's already locked as the Bama game.
It can't be the Gonzaga
Highest
game.
over.
Yeah, it can't be the Gonzaga game because everyone's already betting on that game and watching that game. It's got to be another one.
All right, Josh. Let's see you get.
And I'm gonna
Dude,
take
you.
you-
Like to Plan B, you went fucking ballistic last year.
I'm
so
gonna
whatever
take
you
you.
say is law.
I'm going to take you to UNLV, Alabama State, and we will be taking that under 136 and a
Ew,
half.
Josh.
Under 136 and a half, Alabama State, UNLV. Gimme. Feed me.
Can I tell you something that's funny about Cal? Did you know that? Hold on, I might be wrong. It might be not Cal. It might be a different team. I'm shitting down my leg. Yeah, it's not.
Chad, also my square for the Chiefs was going to be fucking P. Ryan receiving yards. 8.5.
I kind of like UCLA's revamped roster as well. UCLA might be fucking good this year. Wow.
At the Pauley Pavilion.
It's worst stadium in all of sports.
I've been there so many times.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not a good stadium, but it's fun. It's like in a cool area.
It isn't cool. Well, it's right on the campus.
Yeah. I guess the campus isn't a cool area.
All right. Josh.
Mike.
The first college basketball is through the hoop.
Dude, college basketball is making this 2.5 hour stream feel a lot shorter.
Through the hoop. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Marathon Monday. We got college basketball for the rest of the year, and that's where Josh and I do our best work. Let's keep it a buck.
Best work.
Let's keep it a buck, Josh. This is where we do our best work.
100%.
What a show. What a show. Hopefully you got some plays. Hopefully you got some shit that you're going to tail. I will be on Night Sweats tonight. Night sweating.
Let's go.
I'll be night sweating tonight with Trent, Cheliard, and possible Javons. So I'm going to help cook the Prize Picks lineup that we'll all be sweating tonight on stream. The best work that Josh and I do is in college basketball. And I know everyone on Twitter is going to say this is their best sport. This might actually be mine and Josh's because I'm rat shit at everything else. Maybe college football I'm okay at. But college basketball I just love. I just love some ball in hoop. College basketball. Listen. We end every episode with a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of motivation. I just want to keep it a buck with you guys. Ravarino and cheese might be on tonight. I don't know the Night Sweats. I'm not really in charge of it. It's Chelly's product.
I don't think Ravarino cheese is on tonight.
Ravarino cheese, I believe, is not on tonight. Providence is a wagon, cap and Corf. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I feel like we do this most episodes. But I'm going to keep it a buck. And had a tough weekend. But I've kind of come to the conclusion of, and by conclusion, I mean I saw a clip of Theo Vaughn talking about this. And I think it's important to hear. I think it was important for me to hear. And I think it's something that, as a chat that supports the morning after, I would love if you guys just took 2 minutes to hear me out. Theo Vaughn was talking about how when you're going through something, especially him early on in his life, he would feel as though if he asked for help, if he reached out to somebody, if he was feeling down and somebody tried to help him, that he wasn't doing his job. Because when you're hurting, a lot of times you want people to see how hurt you are. You want people to look at you and go, oh man, like he is hurting. I want you to feel my hurt when you look at me. I want you to feel my hurt through my actions. I want you to look at me and just by looking, understand that I'm hurting, that I am upset. And I think I've been doing that a lot. And I think you start to realize the only person that's really going to pull you out of it is also yourself, but it's also okay to reach out and be like, dude, having a horrible day, man. Going into therapy has been huge for me as well. To be like, you know what? I really need help talking through this problem that I'm having or this mental block that I'm having. And it doesn't mean that you're any softer or any lesser than a person because you ask for help. You're not stronger because you sit here and make everybody feel you're hurt. And I'm going to ruin your day because my day is ruined. And it takes a really strong person to go, I'm hurt, but I'm not going to choose to hurt you. And I think that's also something that I'm starting to learn and that you learn as you mature, that the get back game doesn't work. It will never work. And it takes a strong person to go, I'm hurt, but I'm not going to hurt the next person that comes into my life. I'm not going to hurt the person that's next to me. I'm not going to hurt my coworkers because I'm hurt. I'm not going to hurt my friends because I'm hurt. And it takes a really, really strong person to do that and be like, I'm hurting, but I'm going to work on what's hurting and I'm going to go get help. Because I think I've been doing that when you go through something, whatever it is, to be like, I want everyone to feel around me how much I'm hurting. And I think it's okay. Last night was going through it a little bit, and I reached out to one of my best friends from ever. And I hadn't reached out to him in a long time, and we just talked for the rest of the night. And it was great, and I'm happy I did it. And I think a week ago I would have just sat in my apartment and rotted and been mad and been hurt and just been like, you know what, the rest of my week is ruined, the rest of my night is ruined. And I think just as a chat, it's okay to go get a little bit of help. It's okay to also not be okay, and it's okay to go, you know what, I'm not stronger because I'm dealing with it by myself. I'm not stronger because I'm making sure everybody knows that I'm in a bad spot and that I'm hurting. So do me a favor, take one step forward today, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's calling a buddy, whether that is calling your mom who you haven't called in a while, whether it's calling your grandmother that you haven't called in a while, your grandfather, whatever it is. Just take your step forward today. Whatever it is. It can be literally drinking a glass of water if you haven't drank water all day. Just take one step forward for me, no matter how small it is, because by the end of the year, if we're taking one step forward, at the end of every day, we might just be sprinting by the end of the year. A highlighted message, great advice, Mikey. Way to be a role model. Seriously, I'm proud of you. Thanks, man. But it's okay. Yes, Coastal Casey, your mom reached out to me, said, you haven't called in a while, call your mom. Call your mom. Shout out to moms. But just take one step forward for me, guys. I know how hard it can be. Just take one step forward. And it's okay to go get a little bit of help. Everybody needs help sometimes. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. The Providence Wagon is all the way back. I'll be on Night Sweat, so if you want to come chill with me and sweat some college basketball, please, you're more than welcome. Come by and hang out. Be part of the family. Sub up. Be part of the fam. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. Normal time, correct, Josh?
Yes, sir.
10:45 a.m. Central, 11:45 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. The only marathons are Mondays and Fridays. So make sure you tune in Mondays and Fridays. Spicy McNutt, you can do it, man. I got you. We got BTL coming up after this on the Twitch and YouTube. You already knew that, but if you didn't, make sure you go tune in. They're the Sharps. They're going to talk through every game. We got Surge stream after that. We are, in fact, surging today. There's a whole slate of college basketball. There's a whole slate of NBA. Is there college football? Somebody tell me. No, there is not, but there is NFL. And guess what? Trent wants all your rat shit plays. So go give it to him. And also, I'm going to be on at the end of the stream to cook the prize picks lineup that we're going to be sweating all night tonight. As always, I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. Take a step forward for me. Know that somebody loves you because it's me. And we will, in fact, be watching Providence belt the ass Central Connecticut State tonight. I love you so much. Let's have a day.
You know what I'm talking about? I did the keys. I swear to God, I did the keys. Oh, yeah, go. I must stay focused on these big bank rolls. I can't trust these hoes. No. I must stay focused on these big bank rolls. I can't trust these hoes. No. I cannot trust these leeches. I cannot trust these streets. I cannot trust these bitches. I gotta trust on me. I cannot tell my business. Stretching out rest, no fitness. Yeah, I swear we go. We need to go down and get this. I put the gang on my shoulders and carry on. I put the strap on my shoulder and bring it home. Haters be low-key fans and singing my songs. I swear to God, if I see them in person, I'm doing them wrong. I gotta stay focused, they pull out that camera, take pics. Every time I'm closing my eyes, I'm seeing me running from pigs. She don't speak or don't talk, she shy, she needed something to get lit. You coming and fuck up the vibe, we scratching your name out the list. Yeah, I got my soul in this. Yeah, then I told them this. Yes, sir. Yeah, gotta stay focused. Yeah, we don't focus. I must stay focused on these big bank rolls. I can't trust these hoes. No. I must stay focused on these big bank rolls. I can't trust these hoes. No.
Yeah, make it too big, it can't fit in the driveway. I've been fucking hard since Big Worm been on Friday. I've been tripping hard on these hoes since MySpace. Taking the top out of beans, baby. Taking the top out of beans. If I pull up with your rent, baby. baby. You guys swallow my kids. If I'm a dog, I'm a pit, baby. Having fantasy love with a rich lady. I put it on my lips. She mad, I told my friends. I stop hanging with your nigga, just fuck on you. Every day, baby, on your daddy. And I wanna caress you, just fuck on you, bitch. I just add you to my life. Rose gold beans, rose gold rims and ties. Rose gold shitty chain gang. All's brother is bro, that is up in Petersburg. Slaw, make your pussy slurp.
Today, we're going to talk about football this past weekend, college basketball plays for today. Let's fucking go. And how are we going to bet Jovan's Bucks tonight? This is Behind the Lines.
But Rodgers is a fucking fossil. This team's in shambles. The Steelers are a wagon at home. It's going to be a gross fucking game. And I'm going right back to fading the Jets.
And once again, the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, when the lights are bright, do not show up and they fold. Their receivers are banged up. The ones out there couldn't catch shit. Their defense is taking a step back. This 49ers team is a fucking joke, and I'm looking at you, Kyle Shanahan. You're supposed to be that guy.
In the postseason for the first time in his career, and they find a way to fucking blow it. Look, we should have known the Yankees bullpen was going to come back and bite them in the ass at some point. They've been a little bit too good, but my goodness, did we think it was going to be a big Christmas?
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 580. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. If you're going to the games this weekend, maybe you're going to see your NFL team, maybe you're going to see a college basketball game. Since CBB is back, can we clap it up? We've got college basketball back. We are in the prime time of the sports betting season. Lock the fuck in, chat. Get involved. If you're buying your tickets this weekend, you're buying your tickets this week. Maybe you're going to the college basketball tournament today. Who knows? Maybe you're trying to step over there late last second. Buy your tickets on SeatGeek. Use promo code Bookit10. Plug that shit in your SeatGeek account. You get 10% off all your purchases going forwards. Okay, not a one and done. New promo for you guys. Plug this in your SeatGeek account now before you forget. If you don't already use SeatGeek to buy tickets, what the fuck are you doing? You should have that on your phone as one of the apps to buy tickets. Put the promo code in now. Get a 10% discount on all your purchases. Lock in. Promo code Bookit10. Okay? Gentlemen, happy Monday. Let's get involved. Let's get into the recaps. Jovan, how we doing?
Fired up. CBB's
Good.
back. A million games. Life can't
Good.
be better, other than the fact that the
Good.
Bucks play the Chiefs tonight.
Sure. We're going to talk plenty about that game. Plenty about it. We got Zach C 99 coming in resubbing. Let's fucking go, Zach C. Remy Lowe coming in resubbing as well. Let's have a week, fellas. Yes. Good. Oh, looks like we have a different. Is that promo code wrong, bro? Gucci. Okay. So I was correct. Word. I was confused there. We got Remy Lowe coming in resubbing. Mad Skills coming in resubbing as well at the end of TMA. Let's fucking go. And can we get some W's for Gucci and Daniel getting the new intro in there and getting that new timer as well before BTL starts? Shit looks clean as fuck. Looks clean as fuck.
So clean.
W's, gents. All right, yeah, use promo code Bookit10, chat. Bookit10, 10% off all your purchases. Okay, big time. Let's get into the recaps. Let's go ahead and pull up the squad rides. Moose.
Yep.
Lightning, Cake. They blew it on Friday. Forgot about that one, honestly. Saturday, Florida. Great call, Jovan. That was your championship.
They should have won. For the weekend, we withstood one quarterback injury. Couldn't withstand two. So I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, Cowboys could not come through either. I know there were some QB injuries. Sure. QB injuries in both those games, like you just said.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys still only lost by 7, but either way, shit bet. We move, we groove. Got to be better. Better. ZDZ bets coming in resubbing boots on ground for the Zags game tonight. Ooh, needs a max. That's tough. Zags are up to like 6.5. I do think they win that game. I'm high on the Zags. We'll talk more about it here in a second. We got a lot to go over today, guys. We're going to finish these recaps. We're going to talk about college basketball. We're going to do the Sharp Report. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football. We might even take a trip to the hardwoods and the ice as well if we have time. So stick with us, guys. A lot to go over for today. Why don't we go ahead and hop into the Sharp Report recap and get those over with as well. Ugh. Gross. Yeah, Matt Duchene, you know he was scoring a point. I'll tell you what. I know Jovan reminds me of this every quarter, but now I remember it. It's in my brain. You can't get sharp on Prize Picks fading these fucking greened out point squares. It doesn't work. And I needed a reminder for that.
Just has to make some sense, Krabs. Has to make some sense.
Nah, they
Can't
just
do it.
they don't hit. They don't hit.
Can't do it blindly.
I want to mention Gibson was hooked and Levine was hooked. It was 2 hooks.
Yeah, there were 2 hooks. 2 hook of chews.
Nice.
I mean, that was rad, but
Nice. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What about the Hail Mary and Five Guys? Not much better. Not much better. SMU, sure, they did job. Titans ML did job. They almost found a way to blow it. The over in the Rams Seahawks game, I don't know how that didn't hit. Purdue ML, I mean, whoever sets these lines on these Purdue games, they should lose their job. Why are they always favorites? Why are they getting line respect?
Could be end of that program.
I just don't fucking get it with Purdue. Who's setting those lines?
They just don't try, dude. I like in the back of my head, I feel like they might be doing some Temple basketball shit just watching those games.
That's crazy. Hudson Card. Questions need to be asked. Five guys lineup. I mean, Dak Prescott got hurt. Evan Ingram meet on tape. We probably shouldn't have gone back to him back-to-back weeks. Probably should have taken our coins and ran.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Shit. Chat's demanding wheel spins, huh? I don't know, chat. We might not have time today. Maybe we see how we do on the Shark Report today. And if we don't both go in the green, we'll spin the wheel. Okay. What about the meat sheets? Let's pull those up. I know Saturdays is pretty fucking solid. Sure. Really good day on Saturday. Really good day on Saturday. Sunday, not so much. Prize Big Squares, Moose.
Yeah.
Jovan, comments, thoughts, concerns.
I mean, Saturday was legacies. I guess Sunday, can't even see it. I mean, some Moose Prize Big Squares, but the books were pretty even, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty decent weekend.
Another square weekend of the NFL, folks. Another weekend of just all favorites covering and just all the good teams winning. Unbelievable. I will say, though, for the first time in a couple weeks, I feel pretty good. I had a really good last 2 days, over the weekend at least. Profitable day in college football, profitable day in NFL. 2 profitable weeks in both those sports as well. For college football, this past week, I ended up 10-5-1, up 3 units. In NFL this week, 5-2 plus 2.38 units, with still another game tonight. Okay, so let's finish the job. Let's finish strong. I know the Sharp Report and the cheat sheet didn't look as clean, but the winners are still out there. Okay, let's lock the fuck in. Let's lock in. And I'm excited to talk about your Bucks game too. I know you are as well. You might be worried about the spreads, but I know you're excited to talk about your Bucks. Come on. Come on. All right, what else we got, Gucci? Let's check out what else we got. A recap here. How about college football NFL previews? College football was really solid for me. Kyron Jones, sneak injury. What the fuck? How about a sneak injury for a quarterback? Thanks for letting the alumni know. Appreciate that one, Brent Pry.
That's right.
What?
Sneak it. I mean, Tootin, even to it made it seem like all week he was playing.
Dude. Maybe it was all facade. I don't know. Maybe it was. But ridiculous, dude. How did we not know our quarterback's even hurt all week?
Yeah, that's weird.
And then out of nowhere, he doesn't play. What was that?
Really weird.
Yeah. Solid day for college. Oh, yeah. Purdue's cake on there. Jesus, dude. Still pretty solid day, though, in college football. NFL, not so much, but the plays I locked in smacked. We'll take that and we'll move. And yes, we know Purdue did not win. Trust me, my bank account knows Purdue did not win. Okay, trust me, I'm hurting from that one as well, just like you guys are. Okay, let's get those coins back. We'll fix the graphic. Okay, and let's move and let's groove. Looking at that NFL sheet and talking about how square the NFL's been, did want to bitch about a couple things. Was up there at the Commanders game on literally yesterday. Trained back last night. You can't make this shit up, Jovan. They're literally selling Yankees World Series shirts at the tailgate at the Giants game. This guy with a smile on his face walking around saying, World Series shirts, He's even wearing one himself. And I had to go up to him. I said, hey, buddy, what are you doing? You're selling fucking Yankees World Series shirts? How much did you buy those for on the low? What's going on here? Are people purchasing these? Are screws loose in their brains? They're spending real money on fake T-shirts saying they won the fucking World Series? What's going on? I obviously had to go up there and give the guy some shit. That is a real person. Chat, that is real life up there in New Jersey. You cannot make this shit up. And then he started talking shit about the fucking Orioles and Baltimore. And I'm like, bro, I don't even fucking like Baltimore sports. I'm wearing
Yankees
a
fans-
Washington Commanders jacket.
That pissed me off, Krabs. Are Yankees
I know,
fans
dude.
this upset and they're bitching this much that to bring up the Orioles? Like, I mean, come on, bro.
Orioles are still somehow living beachfront their heads, Scoots. I don't get it.
Caught straight.
But yeah,
Doesn't make any sense.
he just started
Straight.
chirping Baltimore. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm wearing full Commanders fit, shoes and all. Every article of clothing on my body is Washington. And you're chirping, but he just didn't get it. Whatever. That guy probably has never left the state of New Jersey in his entire life if he's selling those fake World Series shirts. Come on. Give me a break.
He knows the
Ridiculous.
Nats have won a World Series recently, so that's his only decent comebacks. He knows the Orioles haven't. It was a shot.
Whoever said who filmed this, it was just my buddy, bro. I know it wasn't the greatest video. There wasn't any audio. Or you may be able to hear it a little bit, but I feel like the point got across here. I had to call out this fraud. Get the fuck out of here, man, selling these shirts. You don't get to sell those shirts. You didn't win shit. Gross. All right. I got one more thing, Jovan. I know I was gassing up Tua saying, hey, let's run it back. I didn't hear no bell. Let's take Tua passing yards. Let's take the Dolphins. And hey, the Dolphins, my meat on tape play, one of the sharpest plays of the weekend. That was a great fucking play on the spreads.
People forget
They
that.
should have won that game outright at times. How about Tua being over his passing yards, Jovan, and then the last fucking play of the game, he loses 25 yards on this bullshit and then goes less than his passing yards. Are you kidding me?
That was crazy.
Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, bro. That's Moose.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't
I was
matter.
talking about
for me.
Tua all week. I know it didn't
for
matter
me,
for the
but-
lineup.
Yeah, but that was crazy.
That's an
I know
all-time
plenty of
bad
people
beat.
who's dead.
All-time bad beat. Jeesh. All right. NFL ATTSs. Let's peep those puppies as well. And then we'll get to King of the Board here in a moment, gents, and then Steam Krabs, and then we're talking college basketball winners. Okay, if you want to get the fucking ball rolling there, you can start dropping your CBB winners in chat right now. Okay. I smacked one. Chase Brown, let's fucking go. Tony Pollard didn't score. Jake Ferguson had a great game, didn't score. Jovan, you smacked two, though, and you had a Devonta Smith tutty. He had a great fucking catch.
That was a crazy catch.
Whether it was a
Insane
touchdown
catch.
or not, I don't know how they didn't review it, but we'll take it. Sure.
Yeah. Devontae Smith.
Great
and
fucking call.
Sneak Jalen Tolbert, Starbucks narrative.
Sure. Great call on Tolbert. Sneaking one in there
Hilarious.
late, right?
Hilarious. I saw him in Starbucks on Saturday, chat. Literally, I wouldn't say the only reason he was on there because we were on the Cowboys who like points, but that made the decision easy. Had to be done.
Sure. Shit, I thought that was Trent. I didn't know that was you. That's a geek.
No, it was me.
Well, it worked out. Sometimes it's that easy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, look, with
Guess
how
so.
square the NFL's been this season, you deserve a fucking handout like that. You kidding me? We deserve it.
He also
right.
had a pretty good catch. Shout out him.
Yeah. Hundo P. Looks like chat's dropping some CBB plays they like. Fuck yeah. Love it. Keep dropping those CBB plays you guys love. We'll get to those here in a moment. Let's go ahead and recap the king of the board here briefly. Okay. What a comeback. How about it? How about it? Don't let me get hot. It might be too late, folks. It might be too late. Great finish to the king of the board week with the Sharks and Georgia State. Ended up 3-2, up some coins. Shout out Georgia State. Shout out the good line that I got there. WCLV getting plus 7.5. It mattered. And great comeback drive from Georgia State. I know that feels like it was forever ago, guys, but they had no business covering that game after they blew it. And they did.
That was hard.
And they did. Yes. Good. Gootsy, you want to give away some prize picks coins to somebody who believed in the old crab? Let's give away some coins to somebody who is a Krabs rider, a Krabs stan,
A believer.
lifer. Can't be that many crab emojis. Might take you a minute to find.
There's some in there. We'll find them.
For
Right.
sure. So.
Rumor has it the Salukis are showing some heart right now.
There he is.
SIU. Keep me updated.
Hank Moody.
Hank Moody. All right, let me take a picture. Hank, are you in chat? You got it, too? Good. Are you in chat? Show yourself, Hank. N. Frazier, are you alive? Are you up and moving? Are you in the chat? Let me know.
Stand up.
Hank, stand up. Show yourself.
Stand up, Hank. It's crazy.
Love that. Okay. Awesome. Well, Hank, congratulations, brother. You did it. Okay. Send us the email associated with your prize picks account. And speaking of prize picks, Make sure you guys join the fucking Prize Picks World Championship Team Trent. Like I said all last week on BTL here, join the team before you forget. It could not be easier. We'll drop the link in chat right now. Go, go, go. Join Team Trent. Takes 30 seconds. Could not be easier. Back the squad. We're going to be so fucking locked in. All right. No other team's putting in more effort, more hours, more time, more heart than us. Join the team. Go, go, go. Hurry up. Okay. Gents, do we have some time to do a Steam Krabs? I promise I'll make it worth your while, and I'll try to keep up the tempo and pace.
Give me one.
Just might.
Okay. Okay. Phil's, no, we have PBWC next weekend. It's not this coming weekend. It is the following weekend. We do have some time. But if you guys can, we did just drop the link.
Ready.
W Goots, your fucking goat. Get involved. Join the team now before you forget. And we'll go ahead and hop in right now and do the Steam Krabs. Gootsy, run that shit. All right, timeout. I just got absolutely fucking roasted by Daniel in the chat. Hold on. God damn it, Daniel. You're telling me we got Daniel making requests in the chat and I'm not going to listen to him? The goat? Gootsy, I apologize, bro. We got to get that wheel up and moving.
I don't know.
We got to get that wheel up and moving.
not
We can do it at
ready.
the end of the show.
Yeah.
We can do it at the end of the show. No rush. All right, but when Daniel says he wants the fucking wheel, we're breaking the wheel out. Plain and simple. We got time. We'll spin that wheel. Daniel, we got you. All right. Let me get pissed for a second here about this game. And look, Jovan was confused why I was mad about this when I said this is going to be the Steam Krabs today. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And maybe it's not just this game. Maybe it's built up from the whole season. Maybe it's built up from Brent Pry's entire, time here at Virginia Tech. But New Year, same shit is really what it comes down to, Jovan. Once again, the Hokies find a new way to lose. And just when you think they're going to pull off a miracle, keep their, ACC hopes alive, they go up 21-3 halfway through the third quarter. In my opinion, with a team like that and a defense like that, if you're up 21-3 halfway through the third quarter, you should win that fucking game. I don't care if you have your backup quarterback in. I don't care if your backup running back's in. They already put up 31 points in this fucking game. What are we doing? You're telling me our defense can't hold Syracuse to less than 30 points? What are we doing? We have 4 NFL players on our defense, and we can't hold Kyle McCord and the Syracuse offense to less than 30 points. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, Brent Pry is not the guy. He is 1-11 in one-score games at Virginia Tech. That is unacceptable. That's not bad luck. That's bad coaching. He's not the guy. They're 0-4 this season in one-score games. All their losses this season are games they should have fucking won. And they've all been one-score games. Moose. 0 adjustments were made during this game. 0 adjustments. You know who made adjustments? Syracuse in the second half. They said, you know what? We're going to feed LaQuint Allen, our future NFL running back, a bazillion times in the second half. And you know what? They did, and it worked. And we made 0 adjustments as that dude just fucking sprinted down the field and scored multiple times. What an embarrassing loss. Embarrassing loss to Syracuse.
Krabs. I just don't think it's that
Kyle
embarrassing,
McCord.
dude. You went into whatever the Carrier Dome is called. Like, yeah, they blew a lead, but like they went into the Carrier Dome where they haven't won in however long, and they went in without drones, without your noted top 6 back by Shell Tootin, and they lost in overtime. I feel like you can hang your hat on that. It sucks they're up and they blew the lead because they had a chance. They had a seat at the table. They should have won the game, but I feel like that you can't be incredibly pissed at that performance.
The reason why I'm incredibly pissed is because this team is better than this, and we get hyped up and drink the Kool-Aid every fucking year, being told that it's going to be different, and then we witness the same thing happening. Jovan, I'd rather lose games by 30 points than lose games like that on Saturday. I'd rather lose games where it's not even close. We're just plain and simple, we're not good. I'd rather that be the actual case than have us, in my opinion, actually be good, and we just can't find a way to fucking win and close the game out. We had it once again, and we blew it. We did all the work. We grinded. We outplayed them in the first half, all for nothing once again for the 4th time this season. We blew it. Wasted. The reason I'm so upset is because I think this team is better than this. I know this team is better than this. And they're wasting another season. And eventually, the magic, the aura around Virginia Tech's football program, that shit's going to run out if they don't fucking win games. It's going to get old. It's going to get old. And they 100% have aura. Go to a game.
Krabs. In what solar
gonna run
system
out.
does Virginia Tech have aura?
It's going to run out. They have the best home, the best home atmosphere in college football, dude. Go to the game. It's insane. But it's all for nothing. And the fans, honestly, they should stop putting in the effort because they don't deserve this shit with this team. New Year, same shit with the Hokies. Blowing another lead. Brent Pry, 1-11 in one-score games. That's a fireable offense right there. If he was in the SEC, he would have already been canned. Unacceptable. Week in and week out, he gets outcoached. Week in, week out, he does stupid things, makes stupid play calls, has stupid timeouts, doesn't call timeouts when he should. He did it again in that game. He didn't call any timeouts late. We didn't try to score there at the end with 35 seconds. We didn't call timeouts when they're on the goal line. Could have had a minute left on the clock. And maybe tried to score against their moose shit defense and kicked a field goal with Dr. Love, who's got an NFL leg. We could have.
Dr. Love.
We could have. But Brent Pry and the Hokies gave up. Once again. Moose. What a joke of a program. Any alumni in chat, I feel bad for you guys. We don't deserve this shit. We don't. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk about some college basketball plays for today. Although I seem pissed off and I am blown about the Hokies, they break my heart. At least my Commanders are doing their jobs. I saw a meme. It was like, DC sports are good, but at what cost? Virginia Tech football?
Yeah, I feel like you take this.
Pretty
I feel
much.
like you gladly take
Look,
this.
you can't get them all. You can't get them all. All right, let's go to the Sharp Report. Let's talk about some winners for today. Let's get involved. We've got college basketball games throughout the day. We've already got some active right now. Shout out College of Charleston. Sure. Let's tap in, Jovan. And this is a special day. We've got Santa Clara to get it kicked off on the Sharp Report for CBB. I haven't seen a Santa Clara ticket all day. All day. Only seen St. Louis. Plain and simple. St. Louis may be the trendiest team in college basketball this year. Straight up.
Yep.
W. Nerfy Chad coming in, dropping the resub skull. W. Nerfy Chad, your Vikings pulling that one out. Appreciate you, my man. Had an ML parlay with the Ravens and the Vikings. That shit cashed. W's. And appreciate all the new follows coming in as well. But guys, I haven't seen a Santa Clara ticket all day. Straight up. All the tickets are coming in on St. Louis, the trendiest team in college basketball. And that line is not moving a hair. It's not moving at all. And guys, this is a neutral site game. And Santa Clara is a favorite over the new and improved St. Louis squad that comes in with Avila, comes in with a new coach, still has Jimerson, and they bring over two of the best players from his former team, including Avila, who's a stud center. I'll tell you what, if any team has the fucking guys to counter those two dudes, it's Santa Clara, bro. Adama Alpha Ball, this guy's a stud, big-ass guard. They're going to have hella trouble covering him. And they got Christoph Tilly in the paint as well. So although he might get bodied at times against Avila, Avila might get his, a couple possessions. Overall, I feel comfortable with Tilly down there in the paint. And I think Santa Clara has a great chance to win this fucking game. Seeing them as a favorite is ridiculous with all the hype around this St. Louis program. Look, I like the coach. I like Avila. I do. I think this team will be okay once they get going, towards the season, middle of the season. But right now, game one, all the pressure's on St. Louis and their coach in his first game. I'll take Santa Clara and Herb Stenick squads. I mean, they've won 20-plus games the last 3 seasons. They almost made it to the conference championship last year. This program is getting better and better year in, year out. So they brought back the majority of their team. I'm impressed with this squad. Give me Santa Clara on the ML. They get it done today.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll be joining, just like we saw. I guess this really works for a lot of sports. Early season, the trendiest teams in the offseason. I think St. Louis kind of applies for that. If we're talking CBB, we did it like with the NHL, fading the Preds early on in the season, and we see how that worked out. I don't think people realize how good Santa Clara is too, especially being that they bring back like a lot of their team, the most important parts of their team, especially defensively and in the paint as well. So like I'm with you. St. Louis at plus chick is very, very enticing today, which is why I think a lot of people are going to be on it. So I'll be on the other side with you.
Sure. Santa Clara, go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
And Gatesy, any comments about the Ravens destroying the Broncos? Now is your time.
Not surprised.
WN.
Mars a go.
Easy. Jovan, what are you crafting up over there? What are you cooking up?
What do I got on here first, man? Wake.
Laying it.
Laying fats. There's a couple games that I really wanted to lay fat, and I probably will, and we can talk about some of those. But if I wasn't going to the grave with some of my goats, game one, I wouldn't be able to lay my head on the pillow at night and sleep and wake at a fat line against Coppin State of all teams. Yeah, I'm going to be in on that. It's not just a Coppin State is bad. Wake Forest is obviously that much better bet, which you would see from the line, exactly what it indicates, but they're that much better. And I love backing teams at these big lines too when they're coming off a season that was disappointing at the end. Obviously, Wake missed the tournament. Now they're coming back this season with a little something to prove. They're honestly pretty disappointing in what I thought was going to be a longer run for them in the NIT as well. But I mean, they bring back so many pieces, dude. Like that team is going to be ridiculously deep. They're going to pressure the ball, which is bad for Coppin State. I mean, Coppin State is just bad on the offensive end, but they really don't have a bunch of ball handlers. I mean, anytime you've looked at how they've played against these bigger teams, the turnovers are massive. They can't shoot from deep. They have no inside presence. That is all something that Wake Forest is going to dominate them for 40 minutes with. So like Hunter Salas is going to do whatever he wants. That whole team is just going to have an absolute field day. Obviously, they can still do that and not cover the spread. It's 33.5, but I think they are going to absolutely blow them out of the water and win this game by 50.
Yeah, I mean, Coppin State is one of the worst sports program schools out there, respectfully. I mean, we used to literally share a baseball field with them in high school. Chat, Krabs shared a baseball stadium and fields with that school. My high school did. That should go to show you where their fucking programs are at. Fading. And Wake Forest has something to prove this year. I like that squad. Sleeper. We talked about them on the pods. Why not back them in day one? Sure.
Talk about them on the pod. They're also very.
Speaking of that pods,
Coppin's very small, so that shouldn't go well against Wake. No. But I'll take this from you. Speaking about the pod, because I see comments in chat about it. Go listen to the pod. But I also glazed the hell out of McNeese, who are also my goats, and they would be right up here if there wasn't such a fat line move in their game. But real ones know I am 100%. I have a bet in that game on McNeese. I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what we're doing. But we dove in. Links in chat. Of course, go check that out. Talking a lot of CBB. Go be big brain.
Yeah. Almost a 2-hour pod. Still extremely relevant, obviously. Today's day one of CBB. Go check out the pod. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you guys want to listen or watch. Okay. Dubs. Love the Wake Forest play. I'll lay it with you. I got another one of my wagons that I gassed up on the pod that I'm taking today. Laying a fat spread. What do you think about Louisville? Laying 21.5. It's a big spread.
Your goats. Your goats.
I don't think people realize how good this Louisville team is already, and they haven't even played a game yet this season. I've talked about them getting the College of Charleston coach, right? Kelsey, who I've been a fan of for years. This guy has changed programs. He changed Winthrop around. He changed College of Charleston around. And now he brings some of his best players with him to Louisville, including obviously Rain Smith, the guy who I talk about all the time, one of my favorite college basketball players right now, three-point machine, Australian assassin. The guy's an absolute sharpshooter, lefty beast. They got James Scott coming over from College of Charleston as well, along with a couple other role players. They got Chucky Hepburn. They got Terrence Edwards, a.k.a. Fat Edwards, coming over from JMU. You guys remember how fucking good that kid was last year? Literally one of the best players in the country. They got Kayshawn Pryor, Javon's guy, coming over, who I think I'm very excited about seeing in this offense. If Pat Kelsey, the coach who I'm absolutely obsessed with, can keep him locked in, I think the sky's the limit for Kayshawn Pryor on this team. They got Noah Waterman coming over from BYU. That's the guy who's in that meme when he was on the floor for BYU last year, screaming. The guy who looks like Greg Peterson. They got him as well. This team is stacked. They got Triore. They got Spencer Legg. They got Ali Khalifa, who I haven't even mentioned yet. Mia Khalifa's stepbro, who we've been betting on and talking about for like 4 years. This team is fucking loaded already. In a down ACC, in my opinion, this season, and we're not even talking about the ACC. Let's just talk about Morehead State, their opponent today. Well, Louisville opened up 16.5, 17.5, depends on what book you're looking at, against a Morehead State team and program that does get respect. They've been solid in years past. They made some tournament runs, right? You know, pretty respectable mid-major. Seeing that 16.5 opener, that felt right, considering how bad Louisville's program's been recently. Seeing Louisville up to 21.5, my goodness, that is insane. I'll lay it with the 21.5. I'll lay it with Louisville here at home. They've got so many bodies. This team is extremely deep. And if you look at what Pat Kelsey likes to do, the coach coming over from Charleston, he plays everybody. He doesn't run a 7-man, 8-man rotation. He runs a deep-ass rotation, and he's got the guys. I'm excited to see this Louisville team. I'm excited to see guys like Chucky Hepburn try to prove to the rest of the world that they're good at college basketball after kind of a down year. And I'm excited to see Rain Smith, James Scott, and some of these other guys from Charleston coming over, playing on a real solid Louisville squad. I think right off the rip, they're one of the best teams in the ACC. And I think they absolutely dominate Morehead State today, a program that I'm not that high on this season that has a big name.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm down to ride the Louisville wagon with you. I think you're on to something with them this year.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be good. And that total's up. I'm telling you, they're putting up points, man. They're going to look sharp. They're going to look sharp.
Just might.
All right. What else you cooking over there? Let's flip it back to you. You've got an over on the ice. Sure.
Yep. Over in one of the 2 games, I think, on the ice today, Oilers-Devils, which part of it is certainly because the Devils are coming off of a shutout. So we like to take teams in that spot. Not only are they coming off a shutout, but they're also coming off a shutout and playing a team that I believe is on a back-to-back in the Oilers, who just last night, they played the Flames on the road. Now they're coming back home. So I love that. I think the Devils are going to come back and score goals. That's typically how it goes in these spots, but they're also going to have a pretty weird situation with both of these goalies, regardless of who it is for the Devils, whether it ends up being Markstrom, who is really weird, zigzagging performances. Like, he's not going to be protected against the Oilers. Like, when he's able to, the defense is able to lock in and kind of shield him from everything, he's been really good. But the Oilers are going to open it up, even without, McDavid. They've been absolutely ripping puck because they kind of have to. They got to outscore teams to win. So, I think this, regardless of whether it's Markstrom or maybe you get a Jake Allen start, Jake Allen's fucking terrible. So I will die on that one and say that they're going to give up goals, obviously, and then they're probably going to get a Calvin Pickard start on the other side, where he's had some really good games, actually. But again, team on a back-to-back who's already pretty weak defensively against the Devils team that needs to go in and punch the Oilers on the mouth on the road. I think this is a game where you see a very open game from the start, really, in the first period. So give me goals and a lot of them.
And I cannot ignore that +7 down there, bottom right sector. Why don't we just go right to that as well? I mean, come on. You're back in the Bucks right now. I think I saw Trent lurking in chat earlier. He said, I fucking knew Jovan was going to be on the Bucks today. Let's hear it. Why are you taking the +7?
Yeah. It's a gross play. It's probably, across almost any of the sports, I think you could argue one of the grosser plays of really all of them. The Bucks are probably at the lowest point right now. You got Giannis trade talks happening. They just got beat on a buzzer beater by the same team just a couple days ago. So now they're coming back. Obviously, there's a fatter number on the board. They're playing in Cleveland. Maybe there's an injury involved. I guess we'll find out, closer to tip off, but I don't really care. I got to buy with this team, dude. They have been so fucking terrible. And I'll tell you what, it's not me buying into them long-term one bit, but in this spot against the undefeated Cavs, this might be where they catch their first loss. So I'm forced. My hand has been forced to tap on the Bucks in this game. I'll do it with a smile.
I'm in. Fuck it. Disgusting bet.
Gross
Absolutely disgusting.
Gross bet.
It reminds me a little bit of last year when the Bucks were doing the same shit and they just kept losing when they're sharp. But at some point, come on, it's got to come back around. And if you look at what both these teams have been doing recently, you cannot have 2 squads, playing the opposite ways. Right now, you got the fucking Bucks who are 1-5, looking like one of the worst teams in the NBA, looking like they should fucking sell the team, blow that shit up. And the Cavs still haven't had their first loss. You kidding me? Obviously, the spread's going to move from -6 to -7 for Cleveland. No shit. They're undefeated. They're home. The Bucks look like moose. Cleveland's getting all the fucking tickets. Let's take the Bucks to bounce back. They don't even have to win. It's gotten so bad they're giving us a touchdown here on the fucking Bucks with Giannis. Give me a break, dude. Come on.
They got master classes from Giannis and from Lillard in that last game where the Cavs beat them on a buzzer beater. So it still did nothing. They combined for 75 points or whatever it was. We got kind of close to the damn 50 ball for our season Johnson. He had 41, 42 or something.
Nice. The game after the ladder challenge. Good.
Yeah, that was
sure.
That was happening, Krabs. But
chat running back the ladder challenge today as well. So stay posted for that video.
We need that.
I'm hungry for one today. I want it.
Have to. You might have to throw something in this game in there, to be honest with you, because something's got to give, Krabs. Something's got to give. The Bucks are fucking terrible. I don't know if they've even covered a game on the road this year, and now they're on a historic 3-point shooting slump as a team. They just lost to the same team on a buzzer beater by Donovan Mitchell at their own place. Something weird's happening in this game. And it might honestly not involve Giannis or Dame. somebody else has got to step up. Maybe you get the random Brooke Lopez thinks he's Cat Curry game.
I mean, it could be. He has a couple of those a quarter. Sure. What do you guys think I should do? All opinions welcome. Jovan Goots as well. Chat, please let me know. Should I run it back the calling our shot way? Where I try to pick the greasiest fucking plays and make it a 5-geyser? Or do I just do it a crabby way and I just try to actually smack this puppy? What do you guys think?
Just take Dan's regular points and move on.
That could be a move. What do you guys think, chat? Do I have to do it where I lay all the minus 250s and put them all together? Or can I do it the Krabs way? I'm seeing a lot of different responses here. People are saying, well, there's only one way to do a ladder. And that's to make it as greasy and nasty as possible. Yeah, I'm getting different answers here in chat. Although now I'm seeing a lot of crabby ways. Okay. Huh. All right, I'll get back in the lab chat. I'll see what I can craft up. All right. And W follows as well, coming in. Fatwood, Y. Mikel, Diego, U. Meadow coming in, dropping follows. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. W's, make sure you subscribe on YouTube as well at Bookit Sports. Okay? Jovan, love the plays, man. Love the plays. I got one more for you, and it's gross.
Yeah.
Remember when Mizzou last year didn't win a single game in their conference?
Well, I remember.
Yep. It wasn't that long ago. Well, I'm backing them probably the majority of this season, to be honest with you, and it starts tonight. I'll back Mizzou, getting 4.5 points on the road. They should be getting to be honest, they should be getting way more points in the spots with how fucking bad they were last year going against a solid Memphis program and a team with a big name. I'm not a big Memphis guy, never have been, never will be. But considering Mizzou, who's had a lot of time to think about their actions from last season, my goodness. And shout out Joshy and shout out Nick. I know they know. This team's going to come in hungry this season. Let's not forget how solid of a program this Mizzou team was in college basketball, or what they were building up to be, besides last year, but the 2 years before that, 2.5 years before that, this team was getting goods. They've got NIL money. They had an insane down year last season, but they're going to hit the reset button. I still believe in this Mizzou program. I still believe in coach. I think the plus 4.5 is absolutely ridiculous looking at the spots that both of these programs are in. And I'll go ahead and take the points down from plus 5.5 to plus 4.5. This might be the nastiest play of the college basketball, day one. This might be the grossest one of them all. Fading Memphis at home and back in Mizzou, who didn't win a single game last year in their conference on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in. I'm a little worried about what may happen at the end of the game, but the more I've looked at it and talked myself through it, because I was worried a little bit because Memphis always goes on those runs where they defend really well. They full court press. They get a million turnovers. Like Mizzou really struggled in that area last year, but they do have, regardless of it's the guys that are coming back or the guys that are coming in, you got experienced guards that are going to be handling the ball. So if anybody can mitigate that, it's probably them. It's like I am not a Memphis believer. We do this shit every year where they bring in a talented class, even though I don't think really anybody's all that excited about what they brought in compared to the last couple of years, but they bring in a lot of talent. They bring in shooters. They bring in guys who I think are scorers, but I think Mizzou is going to defend pretty well. I mean, they match up probably better than they have, definitely better than they did last year, but even the last couple of years, this is probably the most you can be excited about improvements on defense. So I'm in on that. I think they potentially win this game.
I'll tell you who needs to show up and show out. That's Caleb Grill. He's got a lot to prove.
He needs to figure it out, dude. If he comes out and he actually focuses and doesn't throw temper tantrums when he misses shots, could be the difference.
He's got to grow up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But he's got to be the guy, and he's got a lot to prove to not only his team but himself and the rest of the fucking league. Lock in, buddy. You get a chance to fucking, start over. Lock in. Be the guy. Be the point guard for this team. Be the leader. Be the floor general. And yeah, they got fucking Tony Perkins' kid, don't they? On this team as well.
Yeah, I don't know
Still?
if he's active and playing yet, but if he is, huge. But they have Grill back there. They have Tamar Bates back there. Marquez Warwick from NKU, I believe, is out there and active and will be playing at some point too. So they got a bunch of senior guards, even if Perkins is not the one involved. So that could be the difference.
Okay. I will gladly back Mizzou. Looks like Godsynth is talking about SIU. How's that game going right now? We got a tie. Rumor has it we got a tie going on over there.
50-50.
Wow. Great game.
Yeah, it was a good
Great game. College basketball gods rewarding us here. Day 1, game 1. Love it. Shout out Goots. Not our Goots this time. Canadian Goots. Coming in hot with a resub. W Goots 38. 16 months. Let's fucking go. R.I.P. Cooker with Shelly, bruh. He's been killing it on the fucking sweats. Give him a break. Sweats tonight, sweats this week. Shelly's been killing it on the sweats. All right, be there, be square. Let's fucking hit some bets. All right, Jovan, we did these straight bets here. Can we get to the prize pick squares for tonight?
Sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I got a weird feeling Travis Kelce is just going to get absolutely fed today. It's square. Don't care. I'm taking Travis Kelce. I think he's going to be a dink and dunk king in this game. We'll talk a little bit more about, sides and total and how we think this game plays out here in a moment. But I do think Travis Kelce is going to be the main weapon, not a hot take, for this fucking Kansas City team today. People are talking about the weather. They're saying, yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. There's some wind. There's some rain. 100%. That sketches me out. That makes me not want to take guys down the field and take Travis Kelce to be a safety net for his guy, Patty Mahomes, today. I think he gets absolutely fed once again, just like last game. Feed the guy. Okay, when everybody's taking D-Hop, everybody's taking the trendy receivers who do one thing a month, and you got to fucking get lucky and pick the guy to do his one good game a month. I'm not doing that shit. I'm laying it with Kelce. I'm squaring up. He's getting 6 catches. I think he gets closer to double digits here, in my opinion, because I don't think this game is going to be as much of a blowout as people are thinking. I'll be honest. After we saw every favorite win but one yesterday, I do think the Bucs could be a live dog, although that spread says otherwise. It clearly says Kansas City is going to fucking roll in this game. I don't know if I'm buying it, and I'm done fading the Bucs. I think this game will be closer than it should be, closer than the spread looks. Baker Mayfield on prime time just fucking does job and keeps the game close and shows up and shows out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, and you're not going to see Kelce and the starters out there in the fourth quarter. I think Travis Kelce gets absolutely fed in this game, and it's going to be more competitive than people think. And then leading back into Baker Mayfield, Jovan, I swear to God, every time I'm watching Baker on primetime, this guy gets his legs loose. He gets him up and moving. He gets mobile. He makes big fucking chunk plays with his legs. And I feel like he always escapes a pivotal sack in a big time in the second half to save himself and save his team. I'm not expecting anything different today. And I think he runs plenty and gets 5 carries. I don't think this is going to be a sweat. I think you see him in a game with some bad weather, in a game against the Chiefs defense that, in my opinion, is really fucking good still. People don't think it's good this season. I think it's still pretty fucking good. I'll take Baker to get those legs up and moving. Primetime games, that's when he does it. That's when he does his best work.
Yeah, that he does. I'll be excited to see what he does today. He's got to pull something out of his ass.
It's not going to be easy.
He just might.
Not going to be easy. Yep. Doesn't have all his weapons, right? He's got a lot of guys banged up on that receiving core, that's for sure. But you know what? He didn't hear no bell. And Baker Mayfield makes good things happen when you don't expect it. What's going to be different today against the undefeated Chiefs? I don't think anything. I don't. We'll talk more about that game in a moment. I want to hear about your squares.
I would be remiss if I didn't stand on business. Again, another W plug for the CBB pod, but
sure.
VJ Edgecombe is going to be fucking good. A lot of talk about Cooper Flagg because Cooper Flagg is a generational talent, but VJ Edgecombe, I think, is right there with him. You're going to have an open game. You're going to have a game with a lot in transition. VJ Edgecombe, I think, is one of the most dynamic athletes in all of college basketball. You have, a new roster with Baylor that I really like. You're going to be not missing a shooter, I guess, off the bench, but Langston Love's coming back from an injury. He's going to be limited minutes, they said tonight. You still have like Jeremy Roach, who's a king facilitator in the backcourt as well. You got big guys like Omier that are going to want to stretch the floor a little bit and kind of draw guys out of the paint, draw defenders out of the paint. So like you need a guy that's going to get to the rim, a guy that has size, a guy that's athletic, a guy that's going to push the tempo. And in its first career game, I think it's VJ Edgecombe against the Zags, especially if they're going to need something in this game. So I think it's going to be back and forth. I'm not so sure they win this game, obviously. Big line move towards the Zags, but has to be VJ Edgecombe showing out in his first career game. I'll go down with the ship even in his debut. So takes more than 12 points. Then Rashad White. At this point, against good defenses, even against bad defenses, but especially against a good defense, it's going to have to be def taxes and running back receiving yards for the Bucs, whether it's Rashad, whether it's Bucky. I think both of them are going to absolutely eat in this area, but Rashad White is the guy they're going to put out there in the slot, especially. Jalen McMillan's a little banged up. He's going to play, but like Sterling Shepard is also a little banged up. Every single slot guy is dealing with some injuries. Like you have your guys that are going to be on the outside. Rashad White's going to be in the slot. He's going to be out of the backfield. The Chiefs are going to run some heavy man coverage, and they're going to lock up, frankly, a lot of those wide receivers because you don't have Godwin out there. You don't have Mike out there. You're going to have to drop something. It also helps, of course, that the weather is not going to be great. So if Baker's going to throw the ball, it's going to have to be something underneath. And the Chiefs have let that happen plenty. They're going to let them, beat them underneath and not over the top because that's where the Bucs have really hurt you, even without the two wide receivers in the lineup. Rashad White's going to have to get absolutely fed. And I think the Bucs are going to struggle to run the ball, obviously, both because Rashad White sucks. And I think Bucky Irving is going to, get stuffed. But where Rashad does not suck is in the receiving game. So that's where I'll put my coin.
Chat's asking when Trent's coming on. About 35 minutes. Surge stream. Stick around. Okay. Jovan, obviously going to stand on business with your guy Edgecombe there. Like you talked about on the pods, and that is your freshman of the year. You're obsessed with this kid. You think he's going to be an absolute star. I'm excited to see him in his first game. High total. I know that the Zags are up from -3.5 to -6.5 in this game, and I do think they win. Not necessarily a bad thing for Edgecombe's points. If we're seeing Gonzaga push the pace and putting some points, up as well. They got to match that tempo and they're going to match the pace, and that total's high for a game one, in my opinion. I think odds makers are putting some respect on both these squads. They're both going to be good. High on both these teams.
Yeah. And I guess W narrative for that too. They were talking about their Scott Drew was talking about their neutral site games. Granted, this isn't really a neutral site game. It's really on the road. But they're talking about early last year, like they were struggling shooting at times and they regretted doing that. So like they want to start getting to the rim earlier in the season. I don't know if there's any guy that you want to do that more than VJ Edgecombe. So like I know he's a freshman, obviously, so they got to figure out their roles. But you have Jeremy Roach, who's probably going to be running a two-man game with Omier for a part of it, and then you're going to have VJ Edgecombe, who's going to be getting to the rim at will at points.
Yeah, I was looking at Jeremy Roach's assist and his PRA. I do think he's going to be a dimer.
Dude.
I think he's going to be a dimer tonight. I think he's going to show up and show out. He's got a lot to prove as well. I like Jeremy Roach. I think it's going to be a revenge season for him. Proving that he is that guy. He can run a team. He can run an offense. Love both these squares. Rashad White day, huh? Not your guy, Bucky. Rare.
I mean,
love the sell job, though.
They're all the same, really. The only reason I like Rashad a little bit over Bucky is because that's what Rashad is literally there to do. Like, I think if they're smart, which putting Todd Bowles and smart in the same conversation is not exactly ideal, but Liam Cohn knows what he's doing. They ain't running the ball with Rashad, or should not run the ball with Rashad against that Chiefs front because he's getting stuffed. Put him out in the slot, especially if McMillan is a little more hurt than they're telling us.
All right. 2 fire squares. I'm hearing chat's getting pretty excited about seeing some people on St. Louis today. Like I said earlier, still have not seen many tickets on the other sides. That's the main reason why I'm taking them. But I really do like that Santa Clara team and their coach, and they return almost their entire squads. I don't think it's St. Louis today. I think you'll see St. Louis pick it up and play better ball towards the second half of the season when their coach settles in and the new players settle in. But they got a lot of moving pieces. Santa Clara does not. Maybe that's why they're a favorite in this game. But I'll back the consistent Santa Clara Broncos to get it done. Love that play. And by the way, guys, that game starts up in an hour and a half. Early game. Do not let that get swept. Do not let that play get swept on the rug. Probably can't be a squad ride play, but maybe it can be an unofficial one. We can all tell that puppy for the early slate. Okay. Dubs. Where do we want to move to next, gentlemen? W Sharp reports. Want to go over the rest of some of these big CBB games? Touch on them real quick?
Sure.
We take a peep at some of the bigger ones that we didn't get to. I'm super down for that.
Why not?
Let's move. Let's groove. All right, Gootsy. Let's see what we're crafting up over here, my man. We could probably take a little stroll down the screen here. I don't know if we're going to be touching on some of these games.
Sacred Heart potentials?
Yeah, go ahead. Floor is yours. Not today. Not today. Jovan, you're looking at the Pioneers kind of funny against the Temple Owls who like to cheat.
Yeah, the Temple Owls who got in trouble for fixing games, and all of their players from last year were, I guess, the effects of that, punishments of that have started to trickle down a little bit, unfortunately for you, Krabs. But yeah, I think Sacred Heart might come out and make that game painfully close. They're just looking at me a little funny. I'm probably getting involved.
I mean, Temple's terrible.
Really bad.
They got bigger things to worry about right now.
Really
Straight up.
bad team out there in Temple.
Yep. Maybe it's the fucking Pioneers. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. Chat, how fucking electric is this that we're looking at college basketball games right now? Can we drop some W's in the chat? Can we get fucking lit up? This is a dub. And see goodies. Don't worry. We'll talk about Ohio State in a moment. Okay? We'll talk about that in a moment. Krabs need a narrative on Doug Gottlieb coaching situation. I mean, I need to see that play out. He is taking over a shit program that lost a lot of pieces, but he brings in some of his other guys. I'm curious to see how that plays out for Green Bay, but I'm not going to be betting on them this week at least. I'm good on that. All right. What about any thoughts on these other games down here? App State, Miami of Ohio, Fordham, St. John's.
No, I'm good on those.
Yeah, I think we can keep scrolling here slowly, Gootsy. We'll kind of let you know when we see one that we like. What about Duke and Maine? At least worth probably touching on here, right? You got Cooper Flagg, the best freshman in college basketball, playing his first game in college against, a school that is near and dear to his heart. He's from Maine, and I think his brother committed there as well. So weird game. And Goots really wants me to fade Cooper Flagg points on Prize Picks, and I'm not opposed. But I don't know if I can do it against Maine. I feel like he'll have some added confidence. He's going to want to step up and carry that squad.
Yeah, 100%. I don't want to fade him in the spot either, but
So soft.
it is a little soft. It's a little soft a few Krabs, but I respect it. Against Maine, against any other team, maybe start fade. But I don't know. The reason you could fade and make an argument for it, just period, is because I think Duke is so deep to the point where, like, not that you didn't have three NBA players, three high-level NBA players on, like, the Zion Duke team, but, like, this Duke team is, I would say, deeper than that. So, like, Cooper Flagg doesn't have to go out there and be the guy 100% of the game. So maybe when we get later into non-con, you can start fade.
That's bringing up Mercyhurst, who plays their first game as a D1 school here against George Washington, right down the street from me right now. What the fuck? Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to step over there and go witness history.
Have to.
I love going to GW games. I will not be going to the Mercyhurst GW game. I'll tell you that right now. But yes, Mercyhurst, I believe, is the only new college basketball team to D1. And every year, chat, there's typically, one or two. There's some changes. I know there's a lot of fucking moving parts with the players, obviously in the portal and NIL and transfers and shit like that. But Mercyhurst, welcome to the fucking show. Could this be this year's Lemoyne? I'm not as confident in backing Mercyhurst against G-Dub in their first game here at home. But yeah, shout out Mercyhurst. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. Okay. Actually, Nate said, you're telling me they're not going to let him put on a show against his home state college. That's kind of why I don't want to fade. Maybe Coach Shire wants to get his, number one prospect's confidence up against, a team that's near and dear to his heart. So I wouldn't be surprised. Kind of why I don't want to fade him. All right. Putin loves Prize Picks coming in hot. Can we go over Ohio and JMU? Yes, sir. And W Subby as well. We appreciate you. Beast. Dubs. Lemoyne Dolphins pulse check. Godsend, I'm good, brother. I'm good, my man. I appreciate you. But I'm good on the Lemoyne Dolphins today. What about some of these games, Jovan? Any thoughts on UCF A&M?
I mean, that's the most glaringly obvious sharp-looking line that I don't really think is that sharp, but like sharp-looking line on the board. I will not be betting that. Granted, starting to move towards A&M now, which is pretty interesting, I would say. UCF, not great, and they're dealing with like the Sellers injury. I don't think he's playing for a little bit now, but they're pretty good on the home court in Big 12 play. So I was a little surprised to see. I thought it would be even shorter than the 4.5 that it initially was at. Now you're seeing 5s and 5.5s. So I will be gladly staying away from anything UCF in that game. That's going to be, I don't know, a game where I think Texas A&M's defense might have them in a chokehold.
All right, you don't want to fade Buzz's Aggies on the road here?
No, I don't want to bet on don't want to bet on Last Chance U over there at UCF.
Yeah,
Mikey
that's fair.
Williams, I bet.
That's fair. They've also got a player who was supposed to go play for the fucking Hokies, Jaden Ivy Curry. So I'll be rooting against UCF this season as well. Let's go Buzz. Let's go Aggies. Get it done. NC State, UC Upstate. UC Upstate, snaky school. I kind of like the plus 24.5. I feel like I might be legally obligated to just fade NC State their first game of the season after their legacy run last year. They're depleted. I cannot be lower on this team.
That might be your mandatory Krabs play. Since you can't fade
Yeah.
Cooper Flag. You can fade NC State.
I might have to fade NC State here.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Give me Upstate. Give me the plus 24.5. That line to the general public might look a little short. NC State probably looks like a freebie. Considering they went to the Final Four, don't you think they'd be laying a little bit more? Well, their team stinks now. And they went on a legacy run. They're actually not that good. So give me Upstate. Give me the points. Love that play. Probably got to lock that in. Gucci POD today. I don't want to spoil it for you, but we did already hear it if he wants to go over it. The Goots POD. What do we got?
There's two of them because I said it earlier. I mean, obviously, I got to fade Maryland. Give me Manhattan. Give me the Jaspers. But,
Sure.
Yeah, it's Baylor.
Wow.
Give me Baylor.
Plus 6.5.
It might be square going to the best game of the day, but I'm very excited for that game. So I'm going Baylor.
Wow. All right. Take the 6.5.
Yeah.
Might need them.
I need it.
Just might
be a great game. All right. Dubs. Got since on Salisbury money line. Love that. Teamwork. Clemson only laying a little more than 20 points. I thought that was kind of weird, but I don't really want to fade them right now. I'm kind of high on Clemson this season, to be honest with you. You have any thoughts on that game?
No, not really.
What else we got? I guess we can keep scrolling here. Oh, Lemoyne and Syracuse. Yeah, I'm not betting them. Respectfully, chat.
Lemoyne wager, Krabs.
I'm not betting them, dude. I'm not betting them. No, I'm trying to make some coins. I'm not just giving out cake. I'm not just giving out Lemoyne for shits and gigs because their mascot's the fucking Dolphins. Can't do it. And I actually, Syracuse, not that I think they're going to be great this season, but they did add the Mount St. Mary's head coach as their assistant. That could be the difference. I don't want to fade him out of respect.
I might have to do it for you. That might be
okay.
I mean, I don't know that I believe in it, but I have to fade Eddie Lampkin game 1. Gladly.
Sure.
That might be my mandatory bet.
All right.
For
take that one off my plate, will you? Sure.
Yeah. I'll take that one from you. I'll take that one.
Okay. Let's keep scrolling here, Gucci. Not seeing much that I'm loving.
Nope. Cincy Muckfest. That's another one of those like Wake type games where I think they could easily win by 50. And I'll be getting involved. Pine Bluff is fucking terrible. And Cincy's going to be good this year. We talked about that on the pod. They also can defend the hell out of the ball. It's like Pine Bluff is going to be in absolute shambles. Because I unfortunately have watched Pine Bluff basketball the last couple of years a lot more than I probably should because I fade them a lot in non-conference play. They've come to play TCU a couple times too. They just have no plan on offense year in, year out. They just go and play like literally we're playing with pork in the wreck. Figure it out as you go. Cincinnati defense is way too good for that.
Yeah, that could be a tough game, to be honest. I love Cincy this year. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Some Arius is talking about Radford in chat. Arius, bro, are you just chirping Rav? Yeah, you're just chirping Rav. W's. I was like, why does he love Radford so much? Getting 20.5. Although I do like Radford's program. I'm not really in a rush to fade Pitt. Lane 20. But W chirp. Let's keep powering through here. Keep scrolling. Talked about VCU a good amount on the CBB pod. And guys, make sure you check out that pod later today. If you're trying to get tapped into the CBB world, we'll fill you in. We'll have you sounding smart in your group chat with your buddies if you check out that pod. But talked about VCU a lot. Obviously, think they win this game and they probably cover. I feel like that's a lot of points for a team against a trendy Bellarmine squad. It's been decent in years past. Probably lean the Rams, but not going to bet them.
You're right.
They win that game with ease, though.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling here, Gucci. We'll skip through some of these Moose games. Maybe get to some of the good ones here. I'm gonna make sure we have time to go back over that Bucks game too. But
a lot of Moose.
Yeah, I like Siena. Remember how bad Siena was last year?
Fucking
I mean, just the worst.
Yeah.
Like literally the worst. They're supposed to be a decent basketball program. They have some NIL money from from their boosters or their alumni. They have some NIL coins, and typically they bring in, one or two pretty good players per season, and they have a pretty solid squad. But last year they were terrible. Absolutely terrible. I wouldn't mind giving them a shout here against Brown. at plus chicken or plus 2.5. I might have to look at a little bit more into that Sienna squats, but I'm looking at that plus 2.5 kind of funny right now against the Brown Bears. Any thoughts on Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, I like Georgia. Talked about that on the pod. I don't know if I want to get in immediately with them though, even though Tennessee Tech, really bad program, really bad ball club out there. They can score a little bit. Not in love with Georgia's defense, so they could hang around and I wouldn't be shocked. I want to give them a couple games in non-con before I really start locking in with them.
Okay. All right. I know you're high on that squad though.
Yeah.
Let's keep scrolling, Goots. Let's get to some of the better games. You can kind of power through some of these ones. If I see something I love, I'll let you know. But definitely a lot of games today. I mean, the majority of teams are playing. Yeah, what about Nebraska or maybe even your Frogs, if you want to talk about your Frogs for a second against Florida A&M today?
The fact that they're only laying 4 touchdowns against Florida A&M that does not make me feel good at all. I'll say that. I'm getting kind of excited. They did beat Arkansas in scrimmage to scrimmage, but I was very surprised to see that. A lot of the fans from both sides were pretty surprised, but maybe they just might be moose. I'll be sitting and waiting, watching a little bit of that game, hoping they can prove something to me.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could be laying 18 points to Delaware State at home.
That's also really bad.
I have one angle in this game.
Which one?
Coming from someone who's watched a lot of Frankie Collins basketball, first game of the year, always shits down leg.
Really?
Okay.
Always.
We don't need him to score, though. That's the thing.
I know. Like, I wouldn't know how to fade him. Like, really.
Yeah, you can't really do it. I'll tell you what. I've been hearing this is the first year that Jamie Dixon since I don't know, a while, maybe like 2015 has had like a real point guard because like all our point guards are always like scorers. Like Mike Miles, big scorer. Like Jameer Nelson last year was more of a scorer. They haven't really had a true point guard since Alex Robinson. So like Frankie Collins might have 1 million assists per game. I'll tell you, like I haven't felt confident going into a season with like one angle that I know I'm going to be betting on Prize Picks for a lot of the TCU basketball players in quite some time. That one I'm going to be nuking. He's going to be prime CB3.
Okay. I'm interested. I'll tell you who else I'm interested in. It's Vanderbilt against my UMES Hawks, the Shoremen. I know I call them the Shoremen, but they're not even the fucking Shoremen. University of Maryland Eastern Shore. This team stinks, respectfully. And Vanderbilt. Look, I know we've seen Diago Pavia and co. on the football fields take over for Vandy, and they've got some new coaches, new pieces. They've got NIL. That's another school that's top of the list. You're going to see improve with, transfer portal, NIL stuff going on. It's not rocket science. It's Vanderbilt. They're smart. Their alumni's rich. They give their coins back. The teams get better. 2 + 2 = 4. Okay. You're going to see the same shit with their basketball team this year. Not at the same level. I'd be surprised if it was, but they will be much improved on the hardwood this season. And I wouldn't mind laying it with that team on opening night before people start getting hip to how much better this Vanderbilt team will be. I mean, they poached 2 of Virginia Tech starters for $400K. And I don't even know if those guys are going to start for Vanderbilt this season. They might be both coming off the bench. I think this team's going to be solid. I love seeing their coach put everybody on the depth chart as a guard. He's trying to prove them something. He's trying to say, you guys all need to be able to handle the ball, take care of the rock. And I'm sure that's been a staple at practice this offseason. Vanderbilt, be smart. You guys are supposed to be the nerds, the smart ones of the SEC. Play like it. Be smart. Take care of the fucking basketball. But everybody on that team is going to be expected to be able to play, at times the 1 through the 5 and dribble and handle the basketball. And I love what I'm hearing out of that Vanderbilt camp in CBB. I'm going to be first team all Vandy slurper in CBB. Wow. Kind of like I was for college football until it got too trendy. Now I just hate that squad and I want to fade them, especially after they beat my Hokies. But I'm probably going to stand on business here with Vanderbilt basketball. I think just like football, NIL is going to help this team significantly. I mean, their roster is already night and day from years past. I'm all in on the Commodores this season.
AJ Hogard resurgence here.
Got to be. That guy's got to be older than me.
I'm a big Devin McLaughlin guy. Not
Sure.
because he played for BC, but I feel like if he
Sure.
didn't play with a bunch of guards that couldn't pass the ball and Quentin Post, obviously, he would have been an absolute monster. Glad he's getting a spot where he can put up some more shots, be a bigger part of the offense. So maybe that could be them.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Tyler Nickel. Who knows?
Tyler Nickel might be him. Unfortunately for me, he probably will be. The Real Boop coming in, dropping a subby. Let's go, Real Boop. Sure we can. We appreciate you. W subby. Okay. Dak out multiple weeks with a hamstring. Just reported. Wow. Well,
GG
heal up. Never
Cowboys.
want to hear anybody get hurt. That's huge for the commies, though. Just going to say it.
Dude,
I think we play him in like 2 weeks.
I mean, they're not beating him anyway.
Who knows in that division? Although
I
after
think we
Sunday,
know. I think we know.
after Sunday, all those old trends might be dead. We just went up to New York and fucking won a game that didn't feel like we were going to lose for the first time in my life. That was awesome. Let's reel back in here, though. We're talking CBBs. Duquesne Dukes versus Lipscomb. I got no thoughts there.
Move on.
Okay. Keep scrolling, good. See, let's get to some better games. I just want to go over a couple more of the big ones, like Ohio State, some of the late night ones that we missed. We could touch on Baylor for a second again. Just want to touch on a couple of the later ones.
No, we were clicking on SMU Tarleton Goods.
That's all right, Goots. You're doing good.
Diabolical.
You're doing good. All right. Let's see.
The run might end.
Yeah, it might not let us get to those bottom games. We might have to just talk about them here,
I'm
which
just
is
looking
okay.
through some of these games. Florida USF Krabs.
Are you back in on Florida again this season?
I am, but if you think I'm betting against USF after tragic incident with AAR dying,
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Death narratives is tough.
I mean,
not
come
only
on.
to fade for betting purposes, but like he was building a program there. And
Yeah.
if you think USF ain't coming up fired up, they are a pretty talented team too. They lose obviously a couple bigger pieces, but they've got some experience with some talented guys.
I mean, this one just means more.
It does just mean more. And the game it's also being played in Jacksonville, which conveniently is the same place where Florida had an unlucky stretch of stuff happen in the football game this weekend. I mean, that UF program, that school cannot catch a break right now. And I don't know if they're catching one now with USF. If you're betting against USF today, win or lose, you are like certified piece of shit. But
yeah, you're lucky a huge piece of shit. Yeah,
huge piece of shit. But
yeah, I don't even mess with that.
USF
see me on Florida
fighting tonight.
Yeah, that one just means more. I'll take the 10.5 there in that spot. Neutral court against a ranked Florida team, and a ranked Florida team that at times has been sketchy, especially in the beginning of the season under Coach Golden. Who's to say they don't come out kind of slow again this season? They'll start the fire and get locked in and look good and look sharp. Their analytics coach will get all the numbers right towards the middle of the season. But game one against USF in this moment, no, it's got to be the Bulls. Just means more. RIP coach.
Yeah.
Tragic.
I mean, for what it's worth with Florida too, like I love Florida. I think they're going to be, I mean, almost even better than last year, but they got some stuff to work out like throughout the season or the start of the season first. Cause I don't know, they're missing some guards now. Obviously like Walter Clayton's back. So like, that's the biggest thing. He's going to be one of the best guards in the SEC, but bringing in new guys, they're probably got to find their role a little bit. Like Denzel Aberdeen, love him, but he's going to be having a bigger role like off the bench. Well, Richard is a great defender, but when you need him to score, he's rat shit. Like they're going to have, I don't know, Sam Alexis is coming in too. He's going to have to find its role. It'll take a couple games. So like this, playing a USF team on a neutral site, neutral court to start when you know they're going to be playing harder than maybe anybody that ever's played. I don't know if that's the spot.
I'll tell you what a spot is that I'm loving. And it's Ohio State getting 2 points against Texas tonight. Are you in on that?
I don't know that I'm in on that.
You're not in on the Buckeyes in Vegas?
It almost feels too obvious, which anytime where I'm fading Texas on the hardwood, I hate the too obvious spots. And we did talk about this on the pod too. Like I like Ohio State this year to take a step up. We're not in on Texas in the slightest because they just have a bunch of ISO scorers pretty much at every position, a bunch of guys that need the ball all at the same time.
Yep.
So like I don't think Texas is going to be good at all. But same deal as Florida. Like I think Ohio State will get better as the season progresses. I think if you're coming out and I don't know, early season you need a score, like Texas can give you that. They're going to have a guy that can go out there and get a bucket at any point. It's just like when teams finally adjust to that, maybe throughout like the SEC season, that's when it's going to become a problem. So like I'm not in love with Texas, obviously. This spot feels a little tricky.
Okay. Maybe we see one through the hoop then with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'd rather see one through.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist. Chat, stay posted. You know where to find the plays. Pick it, X, tap in. All right, see if I end up locking in the Buckeyes. Looks like we got a really good game going on right now between Charleston and SIU. Looks like Charleston's up 2 right now, 8 minutes left. Keep me updated, chat. What are you guys on that game? I know I saw Trent is on College of Charleston. Love it. Trent, unfortunately, the team that used to be a wagon that I used to tell you to take all the time, College of Charleston, love the squad. Their coach did transfer to Louisville and brought all their best players. Now, they're still fighting against SIU here. They can still get a win. Rooting for you. But I hope you knew that. They don't have all their guys or their coach this year. Seaborn coming in, dropping a subscription with Prime. Let's fucking go, Seaborn. Great reminder as well. Guys, if you have Amazon Prime, you can cash in a free subby on Twitch. You get 1 free subby a year. Cash it in with Bookit on Twitch. All right. Could not be easier. If you have not already subbed, get involved. All right. Jovan, I want to talk about one more game, and then we're going to go to the NFL and talk a little bit more about your Bucks. But there is one more game that I want to get to.
I got something for you first because this is a take on maybe 2 games, just kind of separately. I think there are 2 games. I always look for these like high teens lines where I think teams are going to be pretty close to winning outright or might pull an upset. Hot take, you know what my 2 are today. That I think one of them at the very least is going to come down to the wire. You mentioned one of them kind of because somebody brought it up. I think one of them might be Green Bay. Doug Gottlieb first game at Gallagher Iba against Oklahoma State or Lafayette. One of those 2 teams. Lafayette going on the road against Villanova with Eric Dixon out. That feels like a game. I like Villanova. Obviously, a lot of that hinges on Eric Dixon this season. With him suspended for this one game, they might have a little bit of trouble scoring. And Lafayette's going to slow the tempo down quite a bit. So I feel like one of those 2 games is going to get very, very weird. So I will be getting in on both those.
I could so see that. Green Bay, new coach. Big game 1. Anytime you're backing a new coach in his debut, especially a guy like Gottlieb, who, I mean, when's the last time he's been in this spot? Has he ever coached?
I don't know.
Has he ever been a head coach? No. He was on TV. Yeah, that interests me a lot. I do lean Green Bay. Probably not going to bet it. I think I'd rather lock in Lafayette, honestly, especially hearing you talk about them even before BTL when we're syncing up. Seemed like you're pretty interested in fading Villanova here at home with a key injury today.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I love Wooga Poplar, and I think that's one of the bigger reasons why Villanova is going to take a step up from last year. But game 1, whenever you need Wooga Poplar to like be the guy, like they did that a couple times in Miami when everybody was hurt. It's not the guy. And I know it's Lafayette, but it feels like that game's going to get really, really strange.
Totals down to 127.5. Pretty low.
Really low. That helps.
Speaking of low totals, have to legally mention this. Towson only getting 11 points on the road, and that total down to 125 against St. Mary's in California. Towson's going from Baltimore to Cali. Towson stunk last year, but they have a good coach. Maybe they bounce back this year. They lean on their defense typically. And St. Mary's, I mean, yeah, they lost some of their best players this offseason. And obviously they lead on defense too. That total's low as fuck. That gives me UVA total vibes. Give me the under in that game. And I also like Towson as well. I think that's a short line.
Sure.
Maybe the under is a better look though. Low ass total.
Probably the hardest watch of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Towson is going to be in prison.
There's a chance one of these 2 teams, probably Towson, there's a chance Towson doesn't score 50 points in this game.
There's probably a pretty high chance.
Yeah.
I wonder what their team total is.
It's probably somewhere around that, to be honest with you.
I would think so.
I do lean Towson though, but that under is probably a better look. 125 total. Low as ma. Low as ma. And then we got ZDZ bets, boots on ground for the Baylor game tonight. Let's talk about that. And then we're going to get to the Bucks game and then squad ride as Jake Engelbart comes in with a subby. Let's fucking go, Jake. Let's fucking go, Jake. And chat, feel free to drop your favorite college basketball plays in the chat right now. I'm taking a peep right now. I want to see what you guys are on. All right. I don't know how to play this fucking game tonight. I love Gonzaga this season. I also really like Baylor this season as well. Talked about them a ton on the pod. Really high on both these squads. Seeing Gonzaga up to 6.5, I feel like is a great sign for the Zags. The total in this game is high, but both these teams are extremely talented. Total should be high. Not going to take a primetime over in this game on ESPN2. No chance, but would not be shocked if we see some points, and this could be a good game to maybe take some prize pick squares in. Either way, I mean, Jovan, you have a prize pick square in this game as well for Baylor, but I do think Gonzaga wins this game. I don't think that's going to be in question, but I could definitely see it being close. Do you think the Bears have a chance to win this game outright?
I think they have a chance. I will say, like,
Yeah.
in the back of my head, I know this isn't really a neutral site game, but like a lot of these neutral site sharp line moves to start the season, I feel like they always, a lot of the big ones end up going the opposite way of those. So, like, I would not be shocked if this ended up being one of them. We both like Baylor and the Zags this year quite a bit. I will say, like, towards the end of the second half, like, I can see Baylor getting gassed out a little bit, partially because the Zags have a lot of returning pieces where I think you know what you're going to get from them, or they know what they're going to get from them. Baylor, it's VJ Edgecombe, it's Jeremy Roach, it's Norchad Omier. Like, one of the guys who's returning in Langston Love is going to be on a minutes restriction or whatever from his injury. So, like, there's a lot to figure out there. So it's really the big reason why I'm not in on Baylor, but I can very easily see it happening now. I think there's a lot going on in this game.
Will's asking in chat, should we bet the Bucks at +7 now or wait for the Giannis news?
I mean, there's what Giannis news that he's hurt and they're going to go even higher. I mean,
He's going to play. I'm assuming he's probably just going to be questionable damn near every game.
Yeah,
he's going to play.
That's the only reason the line is where it is right now. Because they were favored in Milwaukee the last time they played. It's kind of baked in. It's not going to go that much higher.
Okay. Looks like chat's dropping some of their favorite plays in college basketball today. Fucking love to see it. You guys are dialed. All right, real quick, Jovan. Want to give you the floor here to talk about your Bucks. Set the scene. Talk for a minute or two here about how you see this game playing out. I know you talked about a couple of your prize pick squares you like, but would love to hear your thoughts on, total inside and just how you see the Bucks in this game playing out.
Well, I'll give you first the fan thoughts from not just me, but from everybody I know. I don't think from any of the fan perspectives we see a world or a solar system where the Chiefs don't blow the Bucks out by 30 points, which means they're probably going to make this game competitive somehow, some way, probably going to win outright somehow, some way. So as much as I talk about fading that with my own money myself, I have to be transparent and say that's exactly where every single Bucks fan's head's at right now, including my own. So I'm not going to advise a bet on the Bucks, but if you're fading the fan, just like we did with, I don't know, a lot of the Jets fans, Mikey included, on Thursday, that's the exact same spot they're in with this one, because the Bucks have been injured, they're beaten, they're bruised, they're going on the road against the undefeated Chiefs. Nobody thinks they have a chance, Bucks fans especially. So they're probably going to find a way.
Looks like they think they have a chance on the spread. Looking at Bookit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
on the ML though. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Turner Mack likes Baker completions today. He's gonna have to sling it. Primetime goat here. Bucks will find a way. Trent, stay hot, my man. I would love to roast you and clap back and make some sort of joke. I really can't right now, man. Stay hot. Stay hot. Smacking primetime plays left and right. Dropping W recaps. A lot of green check marks. Keep cooking, bro. Keep cooking. Honestly, you're fucking thriving right now. And although it might be the most public NFL month, you're still fucking locking them in and smacking them. Stay fucking hot, dude. And Kyle to Charleston's hitting threes. Do me a favor, though. Can we pivot away from just calling him cock every 1 second in the chat? Maybe Charleston? Or maybe anything else. Okay. Dead Larry Bird, I need you to text me as well. We got to sync up on the system and talk CBB today. I've seen you talk about Grand Canyon in chat. I personally cannot wager on Grand Canyon probably this entire season. based on how fucking trendy and popular they're going to be, but they are a wagon. There's no doubt about it. And they have more pieces than just Tyne Grant Foster this season. They brought in a couple other really good transfers. So you're probably not wrong, but I'm not going to be betting on the trendy Grand Canyon Lopes. No thanks. No thanks. All right. Jovan, any other thoughts on this Bucks game before we get to the squad ride here?
I'll say this because the weather is such a concern that it seems like there's going to be like a delay involved, whether that's just because of lightning or the actual like storm.
Mm-hmm.
The total seems awfully high for a game where weather is this big of a concern. And I know the Bucks have been, I mean, their defense has been absolutely terrible. But when you ever see this heavy of a weather game where it's agreed upon that it's going to be a significant issue, 45.5 to me feels incredibly high. I was expecting a little closer to the 44 range. If it was really going to be that type of game. So maybe that's signaling. I mean, the Bucks offense really hasn't been a problem. It's been the defense, weirdly, since Godwin and Evans have been gone. But I don't see a world where Mahomes at least doesn't have trouble moving the ball, especially because, I mean, good for your Kelsey angle. The Bucks play just really soft off coverage, especially when they blitz. So, like, all you have to do is run slants and hitches and comebacks against this team, which Kelsey does a shit ton of. DeAndre Hopkins is probably going to be involved too. So, like, if the Bucks cover, which I could definitely see being a possibility, like, I don't think it's going to be with defense. It's going to have to be with points. They're going to have to outscore the Chiefs for a while. But my first instinct when looking at this game is it's pouring in Kansas City. It's supposed to be windy. It's supposed to be weather delays. How the fuck is the total 45.5?
I mean, look at the splits on the under as well. If we could just scroll down for a second here, Gatesy, and then we're going to get to the squad ride here. But take one more little peep here at the splits. And I know there's still a lot of time left. The majority of these bets are going to come in over the next, 5-6 hours. That action's probably going to fucking double. You're going to see $5 million in this game. But the under's pretty popular right now, dude. And unders are never popular. And under in a game involving Baker Mayfield and the Bucks' atrocious defense, respectfully, and the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. I know their offense doesn't look so sharp this season, but come on now. They're undefeated. They're the Chiefs. And the under's public. I'm so with you. I think that's a great read. Points. Fuck the weather. Points.
Yeah.
All right. Well, chats, I do want to get to the squad ride here. I do want to make an agreement with you guys too, because I know I said I would do the fucking wheel. We don't have time for the wheel right this second. Let me make an agreement with you guys. You let me know if you guys are cool with this. If I don't go positive on the sharp report today, I will spin the wheel twice tomorrow. If I do my job and go positive, I will spin the wheel once tomorrow. But we don't have time for it. We got to set it up before the show tomorrow. I don't want to go over on Surge right now.
Twice is crazy.
Deal?
I'll join you on one.
Feel like that's more than fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want to run over. Want to get you guys to Surge. Trent's red hot right now. But before we do, let's get to the squad ride. Gootsy, run that shit. I want to see that train. All right, Jovan, lock the fuck in, man. We got a lot of winners out here. Probably can't put Santa Clara in here. That game starts up in about an hour, chat, but that can be an unofficial squad ride. Okay? I love my two other plays. Not going to cap. I absolutely love Missouri and Louisville, especially Louisville. I'm looking at your plays. I'm obsessed with the Bucks. Really like that over on the ice, and I'll trust you if you love it too. Wake Forest, I also think covers. I don't know why I love the Bucks so much, man.
That's just such a Krabs play.
I do. What do you think? Where's your head at?
I mean, I love the confidence you're coming through with your plays. I think we put both those in for sure.
I'm locked. Let's put them in there. Need a confirmation. Louisville, minus 21.5. Missouri, we're going to go plus 4.5. Okay? Dubs. What else? What is your favorite play out of your three up there in the sharp report?
I mean, it's for sure Wake.
Okay, sure. We're putting them in there. Are they still at 33.5?
Believe so. I can do some double checks real quick. 34.
34. Wow. Okay. All right, chat. I wouldn't mind just running it with these three plays, to be completely honest with you. As we get some subbies coming in hot, Jake Engelbart, Dan Shebe, Code Zevin coming in, WBTL. Have a good day, chat. Yes, fucking sir. Good shit, Code Zevin. We got back to Malik coming in, dropping a 2-year sub bang. Malik, you're a goat, brother. Appreciate you coming in here, my man. Love to see it. Jovan, I would not mind keeping it to 3 plays, 3 winners until we start getting hot and getting on a little streak here.
I'm in
Cool
on
with that?
Yeah.
All right, Goodsy, run that shit for 2 minutes if you don't mind. I don't want to run over anymore. 3 plays, 3 winners. Louisville minus 21.5, Mizzou plus 4.5, and Wake Forest minus 34. It's got to be a college basketball squad ride on opening day. Open your fucking eyes, chat. Turn your brains on. Has to be CBB today. It's a fucking national holiday. All right, this is like Christmas. We've got CBB back. We've got games on right now. All right, lock the fuck in. I know you guys aren't doing any work right now in chat. Come on now. Lock in. Okay, we've got CBB on all day. All day. All right, get involved, and please do not let Santa Clara get swept. 3 p.m. Eastern start, less than an hour. Get involved on Santa Clara, the Broncos on the ML. But for the squad ride vote, 3 plays, 3 winners, Jovan. Louisville spread, Mizzou spread, and Wake Forest spread. We're taking it to CBB. Love it. Love it. Dubs. Chat loves St. Louis. I bet.
Everybody loves St. Louis, dude.
I bet. Get those votes in chat. Hurry up. Get those votes in on the Twitch at Bookit Sports in the chat. You should see the poll up. If you're watching on YouTube, you still have a second to come over and lock in your vote for the squad ride poll. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subbed up and you have the notice turned on as well. One more reminder, while we get these final votes in here, guys, 3 plays, 3 winners, Louisville spread, Mizzou spread, and Wake Forest spread. Please join Team Trent for the PPWC. Before it's too late, before you forget, guys, this shit's important. We're about to fucking lock in. This has all been thinking about the last couple hours, bro. I'm fucking excited for the PPWC next weekend. Before you guys forget, chat, we're going to drop the link one more time. Join Team Trent. Could not be easier. Could not take less time. Legitimately takes 30 seconds. All you got to do is put your fucking email in there. Next thing you know, you're clicking what team you're on. Next thing you know, you click submit. Next thing you know, you're on our team. And then when we win, you get a free Prize Picks lineup to win 5K. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay. Join Team Trent. We'll drop the link one more time in the chat. And looks like the chat is trusting Krabs with
Rare.
the CBB today.
Super rare.
You know what?
This is
I
where you
appreciate
trust
that,
Krabs,
chat.
though.
Yes. I appreciate that, and I will not let you guys down. We're going to have one hell of a college basketball season. All right, I'll meet you guys at the cash counter when Pat Kelsey's Cardinals get it going tonight in his debut. You guys are going to see how fucking good this Louisville team is already. Tap in, get involved. We'll meet you guys at the cash counter. Stick around for the Surge stream.